Hey now. What's up, ladies and jerks? It's your boy, CHH, here today with an all new Uneeda horror podcast.
All
Today is
new.
my day. Today is the redemption. It is all new. This is the redemption of CHH. He battled through Jason Takes Manhattan. You motherfuckers, none of y'all voted for Dream Child to do a commentary. You picked Jason Takes Manhattan, so you can all unsubscribe right now. No, I'm kidding. Don't unsubscribe. Don't unsubscribe to Nick's channel, but leave
No,
your subscription here. Nick, what's up?
I did nothing wrong. What's up? What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? How we
Good, good.
doing? Yeah,
Doing
yeah.
good?
You guys, are you guys experiencing that heat wave right now?
It's so bad.
Shit.
It's so bad here.
Christian, I saw on a map that the south is supposed to be in we're talking hundreds.
Oh yeah.
Now you
Dude,
guys
it's
are
so
both
bad
south. Is it like that? But where both of you are?
It's I can't speak for Christian,
Go
but
ahead,
it's been
Brandon.
fucking ridiculous here in Florida this week. Ridiculous. So
It's so bad right now that you know how like when a child gets abducted, your phone gets that Amber Alert and your phone starts going and it gives you. It's so hot. We're getting heat advisory alarms on our phones right now. Like the flashing, the vibrating, like it's like an alarm. It's so hot. That's like today. It woke me up because I got off work this morning and I went to sleep. I woke up to a heat advisory saying stay inside because it is brutal. It is brutal, like mortal temperatures right now. So yeah, it's
Well,
hot.
you
you
guys
will
aren't
die if
alone.
you go outside.
You guys aren't alone. I mean, we experienced that last week, and now they say this is like a second wave of it, but this one's mainly affecting the South. But I mean, it's still 90s here every day, 95, 94, 96. I mean, it's like you open the door. And I mean, this is the analogy I had it, man. You open the door and it's like Satan just ripped a fiery ass fart in your face as soon as you open the door. I mean, you just get blasted with it. You don't even want to go outside. You're like, I like having my windows down on my way to work in the morning. You know what I mean? Because it's not hot enough yet, but it's not cool. It just feels nice. I can't even do that in the
Right.
morning right now. It's so hot. I got to
Right.
have AC on at 8 in the morning. That's messed up. I don't agree with it.
I mean, we just power through it, man. We'll get to fall and enjoy that for a little
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, well, I got vacation in 2 weeks, so I'm cool with summer right now for a little bit longer. But guys, I mean, we've already been talking to him, but Brandon's back. Brandon,
What's going on?
What the
Thanks for
hell
having
is
me
that
back.
behind you? Is that the Punisher?
Dude, this is my variant of the Jason Goes to Hell mask from Dark Side Studios.
What? Jason Goes to Hell. Oh my god! It looked like I'm far away from my computer, so like all I saw was the darkness and like I thought that was the Punisher logo. That is sick.
So this is painted gray because I used this in one of our films as a different character. But I'm like, I saw this. I'm like, can you give me a gray paint job? He's like, yeah, I can do that because it looks sweet as Jason Goes to Hell's version too. But I'm gonna rebuy this in that
Look at
color
that.
scheme and use that for my bust. But yeah, man.
I'll be damned, Brandon. That looks good.
I'm the only one that doesn't have like a buddy with him for this episode. Christian's got Freddy. You know, you got
my Fred.
Jason
The hell
Goes
you
Straight to Hell.
where's y'all? You ain't got a Freddy figure or nothing for this? That's my Freddy buddy.
I couldn't find mine.
Them old
Mine's
wrestling
somewhere.
buddies used to make.
I almost
Got my Freddy
wore
buddy.
my Freddy hoodie, but I went
Too
with
fucking
Michael,
hot.
man. Well, I'm wearing a hoodie. I mean, don't worry. I got my fucking
Goddamn,
AC
you
on
are,
full
aren't you?
blast. Yeah, I got my AC on full blast.
Oh, dude.
man.
Dude, my AC is working its ass off.
It just doesn't. Yeah, it's so bad it doesn't even stop. It just goes all day.
It doesn't shut
like,
off. It just.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can't wait for that
Well,
electric
guys,
bill next
yeah.
month.
I gotta stop being lazy. I've been having Nick host all these fucking shows, so I'm gonna host this one for once.
Yeah, they fucking suck. So like, we're gonna go back to Christian. You know,
it does suck. I like it when you host, man. I get to, you do a good job.
no, you
you do better than me.
No, I just said when I host, it sucks. So Christian's like, I got to go back. I got to take the reins.
No, I honestly feel like, dude, Christian, fucking host the show for once. Like you've been making Nick.
It's Freddy.
Like when we did Texas Chainsaw, I know, but like when we did the Texas Chainsaw, I did the intro and I said, fuck it, Nick, just host the rest of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, we're
Anyway,
here, guys.
so
Dream
here we are.
Child.
Yeah, the Dream Children. We're here right now. God, I can't remember the first time I watched this movie or what I thought when I first watched this movie. I got to imagine, you know, it's interesting when I really think back on it. I'm pretty sure I liked all these movies the first time I watched it, but it would be a few years before I really fell in love with the Dream Child when I got the soundtrack and started looking at the posters more. And I love the year 1989. You guys love the year 1989 too now, right? Especially with these three slashers, right? I mean, me and Nick were talking about 1989 is a fucking cool year when you look at it because these three movies, Jason, Michael, Fred, they all got interesting different things about it, right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
that weird breath right before the 90s was a very strange time, very cool time.
It was, man. This is the breath before CGI too. So this movie is just practical, optical effects, stop motion animation. That's what I really love about Dream Child is some of the charming effects. And you know, the interesting thing, Nick, is I was looking at the thumbnail to race for this episode. That look of Freddy on that poster where he's standing next to, I think it's Debbie Gibson, not Debbie Gibson. That's another broad from the 80s. I forget the name of the girl that he does the promo shot. That's the thumbnail for our episode. He doesn't look like that in some of the shots in the movie, and I don't know if it's different makeup per se or if it's just the lighting. Like when he says, "We'll see, bitch, we'll see," that doesn't look like that image that we see on the thumbnail of our. I don't know if it's the lighting or whatever, but I don't know. I guess we'll see when we start the movie, but I like the way Freddy looks in this movie, man. I know Brandon does.
He looks like an extra cheese pizza in this movie, and I dig it. He really does.
I'm not.
What does baby Freddy look like?
I don't know.
Stewie?
No, from Family Guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me ask you guys this before we get rolling. Nick, you just watched Dream Children not long ago.
No.
Right?
Not even a month ago.
You came away saying, it wasn't that bad, man. Right?
I came away saying there are a lot of redeeming qualities about that movie, and you can tell the skeleton of the movie. There was something there, and I don't know where things went awry. But for people to look at Dream Child and bastardize it like they do Resurrection or certain movies in horror franchises that are just objectively bad movies, I wouldn't agree with that. There are some qualities in this movie that I don't know. They're good and they're smart. There's some originality here for the fifth movie in a franchise. Like I don't hate this movie. I really don't. Right. But yeah, I just watched Dream Master a few nights
masterpiece.
ago. And
the Dream Masterpiece.
And I did a video on that, and I know you checked that out. I came away from that movie being like, this is really good.
Fucking awesome.
It just keeps growing on me. Yeah, I really like it. I really do. I can't believe I didn't like that when I was younger. Like, I can't believe.
Neither.
I don't know what it was about that movie when I was younger that I was just like, no. Because now every time I watch it, I'm like, I like it even more. Like, it's crazy. I don't know.
Dude, it's like I think what it was for me was wanting that fucking second movie again. And it's like, I can have Master of Puppets and the Black Album. They're totally different, but they're still both really good. You know what I mean? Like you can have both. Or just I love Dream Master now, dude. It's fucking top 3 or 4 for me now, easily. I think it's top 3. No, it's not. It's top. It's part 2, part 3, part 1. That's my top 3. But I mean, it's. I think Dream Master. I think it's my 4th favorite. But dude, it's fucking awesome, and the music is so great. But
you just used Metallica as an example. Either of you guys listen to Megadeth's new song yet?
No.
Me neither.
I thought it was okay.
I haven't checked it out yet.
I did. I really like Dystopia, the album they put out back in 2016. But I thought it was okay. I'm a big Megadeth guy. But I thought it was okay. I'll have to see what else they put out. The band's basically non-original now, except for Dave, the singer. They caught the bass player jerking off to some young girl on Skype or something, and they kicked his ass out a few years ago. Bastard.
Thanks, Bin Laden.
Shit.
I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding, guys.
Brandon, talk to me, dude, before we get rolling. Dream Child, first thoughts, first impressions through the years.
As a kid watching Dream Child, I kind of already knew that I didn't like it as much as 3 and 4, but I still loved the fucking movie as a kid. All my friends did too. Like that was a really big talking point in the circle of kids at school. The motorcycle thing, all that stuff, because we were kind of discovering those films, as grade schoolers when the film had already been out for a few years. And I never knew there was a problem with the film until, I guess, last 10 years when I finally realized that a lot of people just don't fucking like that movie. And I don't get it. I've said that before. I don't understand how that many people hate the movie. There's definitely problems with the story. There's some narrative issues, and a lot of stuff doesn't really pan out. But like it's still very creative. The kills are fantastic. The story's there. Robert Englund is in fantastic form. There's not really a lot of stuff to hate about the film. I think people I don't know what they were expecting.
Jacob.
I guess. But
even Christian, when we were texting about this a few weeks
fucking
ago,
annoying.
Yeah, Christian was like, I don't like that kid. Like, I don't like that little fucking kid. I'm like,
You know what it is? You know what it is, Brandon?
What else? What else was he in? What else was he in?
It was
something
Brandon.
Really prominent. What's that?
Oh, I don't know what else he was in. You know, it's funny though, because I do remember seeing him in something. I can't tell you what it was. It's when he's like, "Hey, teach me something, Krueger." It's like, oh shit, this is the lunch you give this little son of a bitch. Why not just have Baby Freddy in the movie more? Everybody likes Baby Freddy.
Yeah, that kid.
Let's give him Baby Freddy.
That kid is kind of obnoxious, but at least he's not in the fucking movie that much. You know what I mean? Like, at least he's not in it that much. Yeah. But dude, especially when you compare this, I know you guys like that movie. When you compare it to what followed with Freddy's Dead, I'm like, how can you not like this movie more?
I'll tell you why. I'll fucking tell you why.
I don't like that movie.
Okay, good.
Nick doesn't like it. I like Freddy's Dead because it's unabashed in what it's doing. It's unabashed in being a Looney Tunes episode.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that works.
Whereas I love Dream Child. I do. What I love, and again, this I have to give it credit. The soundtrack for Freddy's Dead. Granted, a lot of the songs you don't hear it in the movie. The soundtrack is amazing. Iggy Pop, Fate's Warning, Real Goo Goo Dolls, like so many Johnny Law. The sound, which is really not fair because like I said, a lot of shit's out of the movie. But it's some of the best songs that bow, now now. And Freddy's Dead is awesome. But Freddy's Dead commits more, whereas Dream Child's, in my opinion, this is the problem with Dream Child, and then we'll get started. They were filming this shit without finished scripts, changing shit on the daily, and I think you can tell that.
And they were fighting on set. Like, there's videos of them fighting and shit on set, I think, from that DVD.
Brandon, one of you guys has to do this for me. That if people have been wondering what I was just doing, I'm trying to figure out what this dude is in because I want to know now because I recognize the guy that plays the kid too.
I remember seeing him in something. I remember thinking that's that fucking kid from.
Yeah,
I can do it.
His name is.
I can do it.
Hertford.
Witten Hertford.
We can do it in post.
Whit.
I can get it
WHITHERTFORD. Whit Hertford.
Oh, I know it. I figured it out. I know. Do you want me to say it? It just clicked in my head. He's in Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Oh my.
He's the fucking.
He's the one with Sam Neill in the beginning. With Sam Neill, he's like, I ain't scared of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's 10 times
I hate him there too.
I
hate him there too. That little bastard. Fuck that kid.
He's got a very.
He's an adult now. He can take it.
Yeah, he's got a very punchable face.
Little son of a bitch. All right, y'all ready to rock and roll this son of a bitch? Then we can start bullshitting about life and everything around us.
Hold on. Give me like 10 seconds. Keep going though. Like no one's gonna give a shit. I'm not. 10 seconds.
Go ahead.
All right, he's gone.
Brandon, what else we got going on?
Not much, man.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Shit, what was I going to ask you? So you're getting some videos coming back. You just posted a video about Halloween 3, Season of the Witch.
I did. Yes.
That was a good video, man.
Appreciate it.
Hell yeah, brothers.
What do we got
I'm
coming
trying
next,
to make
Brandon?
just the thoughts a little bit longer. I'm getting sick of the 1 minute videos. I'm trying to do like at least 2.5, 3 now. Put a little bit more effort into those things. So,
But it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, that's good stuff. I got 3 uploaded now. I'm gonna release them next week.
I've told Christian this before. Like, I wish you would do longer videos because I like a lot of the points you make, and it's just like I'm like, holy fuck, this is already over. Like, damn.
Yeah.
There's something to be said though about leaving people wanting more, though, that I think is good too. But at the same time, I'm trying to make videos that are 10 minutes at least now because it's better for the ads. You get better ads and sometimes twice the ads. So I mean, it's no lie. I want to make good content, but people know you can make a few bucks off ads. What's the crime? You know?
Yeah.
No, and to Christian's point, guys, I mean, you want to leave the people wanting more. So until next week, guys, we'll pick up this commentary.
We'll make this a 7-part commentary. We're gonna upload 10 minutes at a time.
And then we're gonna make you guys wait a month, and we'll have the final 2 parts, volume 2, come out a month later because we really just want to like cock tease you. Yes, I'm referencing Stranger Things because this is bullshit, Christian. I need to finish this. I want to finish this season, and they broke it up into 2 parts, and the second part's only 2 episodes. These sick bastards.
I haven't seen the rest of part 1, so don't say anything.
Now it comes out Friday, so I know what I'm doing next Friday night. As soon as I get home from work, I'm finishing. I'm watching the last 2 episodes, and you know, but fuck, man, come on.
Yeah,
bullshit.
Let's get this started. Then we'll start our riff-raffing. All right, everybody's ready to go.
Let's do her.
All right, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Screw New Line Cinema and their stupid. Didn't they? Hey, I think they just got some kind of new president or something for Warner Brothers or something. And
yes, they did.
They need somebody needs to smack that son of a bitch upside his head and put Dream Child out on 8K.
Yes.
Bob, well, no, better, man.
What they really need to do is they need to re-release Freddy's Dead in theaters in its 3D format if they really want to make a buck.
Damn right. And you know the damnedest thing? I know Brandon, he'll shit talk Freddy's Dead for 6 hours straight. What are you doing tomorrow, Brandon? Oh, dude, I'm going to see Freddy's Dead in 3D at the theaters, dude. I can't fucking wait.
I would be there. Awesome. I would be there.
You son of a bitch. Look at the sex scene. Good God almighty. That's damn.
It's hilarious to me that the guy who played Super Freddy is the dude in the shot.
Do you remember the special features when the director's like, hey, how would you like to do a sex scene? As Super Freddy?
Yeah, I laughed my ass off when I saw that shit.
As Super Freddy? Oh, man. Nick, somebody was calling me out the other day. I did a video. I was just talking about like what I would want to see on the special features of these Blu-rays.
Yeah.
I mean, the 4Ks of the new Halloween films. And somebody was like, dude, they're all from Dimension. You're wrong about that. It's not why Halloween Rob Zombies aren't coming out. And I was like, I was trying to be like beat around the bush about it, and I'm not mad about it. I mean, I can understand why this person was thinking this, but I was trying to beat around the bush about it because I didn't want to just say Sean Clark. But then I was like, well, Nick already said it. And I was like, dude, I'm not saying this. This isn't me saying this is why. Like, Sean Clark told Nick this. Like, what do you want me to do about it? Like, that's what he said. Which kind of like I try to explain. I'll try to say, look, guys, I don't understand the way the business with rights and stuff works, but I think just because we're all under the Miramax umbrella doesn't mean it's that simple, especially now. And I wish I could give people more information about that. I understand why some people think I'm ridiculous for saying that. But I'm like, dude, I'm not saying that. That's from Sean Clark. What do you want me to do about it? You know what I mean?
and I'm inclined to believe him too, because he's had a hand in a ton of home video releases for the Halloween movies.
Right.
So if he says it's a rights issue because of the Weinstein Company, okay, I have no reason to question you.
Well, it's weird though, because for decades the Accads still own the properties, like every single film in the franchise, right? Like everything is made with their permission.
Trancas.
Yeah, so you think that they would have final say over Dimension, over Weinstein, excuse me. You think it would be their final
keep
call?
saying no, just call it Weinstein. Don't call it Weinstein. Call it the Weinsteins.
It would be Malik
I'm calling them the
final say.
Weinsteins.
I feel like Malik would have final say, not anybody else, but I guess not. I don't really know. It's weird. It's very strange.
Let this be a lesson to you guys. Don't be a creepy bastard, and you won't fuck with everybody's IP.
Yeah.
And, because the Weinsteins were a bunch of fucking douchebags, now we're in this shitty limbo of not getting able to see Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. And
Paramount owns Scream and all that shit. So goddamn it.
Dude, look at damn, is that Lisa?
No.
Holy moly. Who
it's
is
a body
that?
double. I don't know who it is, but that's the thing about this movie that I was going to make a joke and say the biggest crime of this movie actually is that you don't actually get to see Lisa Wilcox. It's a body double.
I mean, I believe Lisa's probably she still is a beautiful woman, I bet. But here's the thing, dude.
This is fucking poop water.
It is poop water, but this scene is fucking awesome. Could you imagine what would happen if you were in a shower like this and it fucking started, you couldn't get out of it and it started flooding like that? That's actually pretty terrifying. I love this scene.
Yeah, it is terrifying. But I think the more terrifying thing for me would not just be like
Is the poop water?
It's the poop water. Yeah. Oh my God, it's the poop water.
Look at this shit, Brandon. What the hell's going on?
I mean, what do you think she's immediately thinking when the poop water comes up? Is she thinking, has Dan been in here waffle stomping shit down the drain? I mean, seriously. Because she knows it wasn't her.
She doesn't say casually, like she's expecting, like she's done that before. Like,
yeah, true. She's like, oh, my waffle stomp's coming up. Fuck.
Are you sitting in the shower again?
But yeah, you notice how every time you see like a shot of her body, you don't see her face because it's a body double. I don't know if Lisa Wilcox was like, I don't want to do that, or what it was, but I mean, I know a lot of actresses were like that back in the day. They were like, I ain't doing that.
That's very possible. Very, very, very much possible. Because I think you get more money to do that shit. But dude, some actresses, they're not about it, and I respect it either way. I mean, if you want to show it off, show it off. But if not, they don't have to do it.
Well, that's Jamie Lee. She didn't do it for years, and then finally did it in Trading Places. But she's openly talked about how she didn't want to do it for the longest time because she didn't want to get like typecast basically after that. Like, oh, this person will show their boobs. It's like it's a real thing. Like,
dude, look how fucking good this movie looks already. Like, look at this fucking shit. This is like, what is it about part fives of these franchises, man? Halloween 5, Nightmare 5.
They all
fucking shit, man. This shit, art house.
They all do some very interesting visual designs and things like that.
There had to have been a lot of foreign influence in horror films.
Has to be 100%.
100%. I mean, different. You had a foreign director, which Rennie was too, but Rennie was like this foreign guy, but he just knew American culture just as good as anybody else. So that's the weird thing about Rennie is he had the pulse of American culture. But this guy, Stephen Hopkins, he had such great foreign influence. And you could see it, all the set designs and stuff. It's gorgeous stuff. And these are all stage actors right here too. So they're all, Robert said they were very physical and they overacted and they were just, he said it was a bitch acting with these guys because they would beat the shit out of them.
Yeah, I'm jealous of the fucking people who got to see this firsthand on theater screens in '89. Like, how the fuck did they not like this? Like,
Robert's a freaky looking son of a bitch too. Robert's got that witch nose. Oh, Amanda. That's Dan. Are they living together already? Oh shit! Look at Robert. That's good shit. I know me and Nick talked about this, but isn't it great that the dad gets redemption in this movie? He recovers from being an alcoholic. He's a good guy in this movie. Thank
Yes.
you. One for the dads.
Yeah.
We don't all
You
suck,
know?
guys. She's like, oh God.
I'm
What
not
about the
taking a
poop
goddamn.
water?
Dude, look at that blonde hair on her. Isn't she just
Oh,
stunningly
I was
beautiful?
gonna say from part 4 to part 5, she just is so much more attractive in part 5 to me. I mean,
She's beautiful here.
in part 4 she's cute, but it's like different. It's almost like she's like reserved. And then in this one, it's almost like she knows she's attractive and she's like really flaunting it. And I'm like, yeah, you're pretty hot. Not gonna.
Yeah, I want to marry her. You know, she's just lovely.
Yeah.
There's Greta, that crazy broad. No, the mama is the crazy one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah.
No, that black girl right here. I forget her name. She's a wonderful actress. She was in People Under the Stairs.
Great movie.
Yeah. She's great in this movie too. This is a
This
comic book
fucking
kid.
guy.
Yeah. Did he have a big ass lollipop? There it is. What the hell are you doing with that big ass thing? Lick me. Oh, Jesus.
He definitely looks like the least likely to be 18 years old, though. Like he looks 30. I'm like, you're.
So, Brandon, what about these VHS tapes
Oh,
you picked up?
yeah. I got a copy of 1995's Casper on VHS, unopened, completely fucking shrink wrapped still. So that was cool.
You gonna get it
I got
graded?
nothing. What's that?
You gonna get it graded? You gonna grade
No,
VHS
no.
tapes?
There was tears in it and shit, but I was stoked. I was like, "This is fucking awesome." I found Nothing But Trouble on VHS. Really good,
Yes!
really good copy. Yeah, Nothing But Trouble.
Yes!
I got one of the Christopher Lee
Masterpiece.
Draculas on VHS. Really, everything I got today was in really fucking pristine quality. I got Cujo on VHS, which
Was
I
it,
haven't owned, in really good quality.
Hey,
I
did
can
you
rip
get
the fucking bag.
Prince of Darkness?
No, it's it might be that one. I don't know. It's a really weird VHS cover. I think it's one of his. I think it's like his
Dracula?
third or fourth. It might be that one. It might be that one.
That's a good one.
But what the fuck else did I get? I got Serpent in the Rainbow. Got a really good copy of that shit.
Fucking love that movie.
VHS. Yeah, dude. I got and there's some other ones that I need to get the bag from the other room to remember, but some good stuff.
Do you watch
and
VHS tapes? You
House
just
of,
collect them?
I'm collecting them again. I miss having the old collection. I got House of Frankenstein too. I saw that shit. He was like $8. I'm like, dude, sold. Pristine quality.
Nice.
Yeah. I
Nick,
have
didn't
like
you get some VHS tapes?
I did.
Which
Nice.
you got a Halloween one, right? TV?
So a subscriber, Matt, sent me a care package, man, just out of the kindness of his heart because he wanted to. I got the Halloween extended cut VHS, which
Nice.
didn't know they had it on VHS, and it's in great quality. I got The Exorcist on
Right.
VHS, and it
Fuck yeah.
still has a Warner Brothers sticker on the front of it that says hold on, let me just get it. It's right here.
Go get it. Yeah, go get it. You know, this guy, actor right here, Brandon Dan, the boyfriend.
Mhm.
He was nice when I met him. I've got his autograph. I put all my Nightmare on Elm Street autographs on the wall right here by my shrine.
Nice.
And I wanted to interview Dan on my channel. I hit up Dan on Facebook. I said, hey, man, Danny Hassel, I think his name. Said, met you at Texas Frightmare. You told me to hit you up for a small interview. I'd love to borrow you for just 10, 15 minutes. Be an online thing. I just send you a link, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for your time. Hope to hear from you soon. He big leagued me. Never heard back from him. Son of a bitch.
Oh man, that sucks.
So that's the Halloween extended cut.
Nah, I'm sure he's busy. That's class.
And
Yeah, it's fun.
then
It's like,
this is the with
nice.
do not rent
Yeah.
before December 26th, and it's
Oh,
got
shit.
the
Is that
Warner Brothers.
open or is that still shrink wrapped? No, it's open.
It's open.
That's
Very nice.
fucking yeah.
Yeah, and I also got the Kills. He sent me the Kills novelization, and an X poster, a big ass X poster, which the one with Mia Goth on it. I fucking love the poster. And he messaged me and he was like, "That's actually from my local AMC theater. Like when they were done showing the movie, I asked if I could have the poster, and they gave it to me."
Look
That's
at
cool.
that.
Yeah, so theater used original. That's original right there,
That's
ladies and
nice.
gentlemen.
Dude, I wish I could get more original shit. It's just so much money now. You know,
Yeah.
I went online the other day just for shits and gigs,
That Bad Boy's an original.
and I was like,
Rob Zombie's Halloween
right,
2.
yeah. I went online just for shits and gigs. I was like, I wonder how much my Halloween 3 would cost now. Dude, it's hundreds of dollars. And I
Yeah.
said, Sydney, how much did you pay for mine? And she goes, this was 2011 or 12. She goes, it was probably 60, maybe 70 after shipping. And it's rolled too. It's not even folded. So, I mean, it's pristine. It's beautiful. And it's just like, damn, dude, like like a lot of shit now, like like with Laserdisc, I collected hard for 6-7 years, and I started in 2010. Thank God. I mean, if I sold all my Halloween, Elm Street, and Friday Laserdisc, that I could probably get over $1,000 for them. I've got the Criterion Halloween. I've got
Easy.
Japanese Halloween ones.
There's
It's fucking crazy.
There's a Japanese or Chinese Halloween 4 Laserdisc that goes for absurd amounts online that I have almost pulled the trigger on like 4 different times. I'm eventually just going to pull the trigger on it because I just love the artwork so much. But yeah, it's like well over $200.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm trying to think of.
Yeah,
I can't
it's worth
remember
it.
what
I
the
mean, if you're a collector, dude, that shit is cool. That shit
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah.
There's that oh, go ahead, Christian. Go ahead.
I was just real quick. I was gonna think the most expensive one I have is my Japanese Halloween 3, and it's beautiful. It's got an image of kind of like the witch that you see on the poster. It's like that distressed witch, but it's red. It's like really harsh red, and it's got shades of blue and red behind it. And it comes with this gorgeous insert card. The interesting thing about that Laserdisc is the playback speed is just a shred faster than the regular speed of what the movie is. So everybody sounds just a smidge more high pitched. I don't know why it's like that, but it is. But that Laserdisc, the artwork on it is just stunning. It's just gorgeous. I think I probably paid $80 for that. But again, this was almost a decade ago. God knows how much they're going for now. But they're just, you know,
that type of shit makes me think about this, and I've thought about this before. If my kid really wants to, he's gonna be set after I die. Like, forget a life insurance. Like, by the time I die, with all the shit that I collect, and I mean the same, I'm sure goes for you guys too. Like, if your kids don't want to keep it and they just want to sell all of it, there's a lot of pricey shit in there. Like, there's some stuff they can get some coin for.
Oh, damn right.
Yeah, you know.
What were you gonna say, Brandon? You had something to say about the
Oh no, I was gonna say I came across a door poster of Return of the Living Dead 2, Part 2. I think it was a French version where the zombies are in their tuxedos and stuff. Really weird. I never seen it before, and it was like $200 on eBay. I didn't pull the trigger, but I saw that shit. I was like, I gotta get that fucking. It looks so cool. I guess it's from like some weird French release.
There's a couple posters. It's the complete history Return of the Living Dead book. There's a page where they show you every poster that was officially made for Return of the Living Dead 1, 2, and 3. Part 2, there are some beautiful ones. The one you're looking at, I think it's an Italian poster.
It might be.
There's like a cop. There's a zombie cop. There's a bride and groom.
Yes.
There's a bunch of like. Yes, I have a mini poster print of that. There's another one with this like same kind of color pattern, but it's a zombie with his arms reaching out like that. In front of towards the viewer. There's some gorgeous ones. One of my favorite ones, it's so odd. I have a mini of it right there. It's the tornado zombie with a nose. You know, like the main poster, it's like the skeleton nose. Well, they had one where the zombie has a nose.
Yeah. Instead of a skull.
And I've got that up there. And that's an official. Exactly. And that is official. They put that out for the promo. So there's all kinds of little quirky, releases. Oh shit, is this baby Fred? Is he coming?
That motherfucker's about to burst onto the scene.
Oh my god. God, Amanda is begging for mercy. She didn't take the epidural. What's this nerd not doing?
Never want your doctor to say, "Holy shit!" Like,
there's blood everywhere. Jesus Christ. Where's he at? Where's he at? Oh shit! There he is. Nasty son of a bitch. Dude, he booked it out of there too. I want a baby Freddy movie. Are you kidding me? Like, I want a full movie. This could play just like the movie It's Alive. You remember that movie from the 70s? This could be a It's Alive movie. This would be fucking awesome. Warner Brothers, let's go. Let me produce and direct.
oh, there it is. I love that setting.
Look at that fucking set, dude. That shit's great.
It's gorgeous.
So good. The little fucker.
Oh, so annoying. There's baby Fred. Oh god, dude, look at him. He's calling for his dad. Waking his dad up. Now, I don't know what you call this look of Freddy we're about to see, where he's got like these distorted limbs and shit and like really big long foot, but I fucking love it. It's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like David Lynch type shit. It's weird and it doesn't make sense, but it's just visually stunning. I love this shit. Look at this. What the hell's going on? Here we go.
This is where they spent that Nightmare 4 money that they made.
That's right. There's his foot. God damn. This is money. Amanda, I'd get the hell out of there. What you standing around for? You want to see this? How high up does that thing go? Jesus. Here he is. Oh, God. I wonder, was this the same looking cathedral from 4?
I think it's supposed to be.
You know? Here's that famous line coming, Brandon.
I'm ready for it.
I'm ready. Oh, look at that long ass hand,
Shot
man.
is so sick.
There he goes. I will say this for defense of my boy Fred. There he is. Hold on, let me enjoy this. Look at that arm. There he is. God, that bad motherfucker right there, man. Even though Dream Child didn't do financially as good as 4, box office wise, Freddy was still the king right here, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting when you look at it. I know me and Nick joke about it a lot. I'm not jaded. I think that there are 2, if not 3 to 1 Nightmare and Halloween fans compared to, Nightmare, excuse me. It's probably 2 or 3 to 1 Friday and Halloween fans compared today to Nightmare fans. But I know some people that were alive and experienced this era. And when I talk to them, they'll tell me nobody in the 80s when Freddy came, he was literally, nobody touched him. His movies made more money than all of them. Like he wiped the floor with Halloween 4 and he wiped the floor with Friday movies in the 80s. He was the king. And it's just weird how it teetered back. and nowadays it's Halloween and Friday, and they're arguably above Nightmare on Elm Street. Not that it bothers me, but it's interesting when you look back, dude. The box office numbers don't lie. You know,
Well, it's because
it's just interesting.
Halloween missed the boat in the 80s. Like they just did. You had Halloween 3 at the beginning of the 80s. I mean, yeah, you had Halloween 2, that was 81, but like Halloween 3, no Michael Myers, 6-year gap. And
6 years.
by the time he came back, it was the end of the 80s. Meanwhile, I mean, Nightmare, you had the first one, the third one, and the fourth one were pretty fucking big smash hits. You know,
3
2
years in
did
a row
well,
too.
and yeah, and 5 did well for its budget and everything like that. But yeah, nobody could really touch it because by that time, Halloween was
Freddy,
in
yeah,
obscurity for a long time, and Friday was basically running on fumes. I mean, because they pumped out a movie every year, people are kind of getting sick of Friday. So yeah,
yeah. It's just, man, I would do anything. I would give anything if I had. I don't mean to talk about religion too much on this show, but look, if there is a heaven, and I pray to God that there is. This is the way I've always seen this kind of thing. My idea of heaven could be totally different from Nick's idea of what heaven is, or your idea of what heaven is, Brandon. I live the best life I do. I try to treat people with respect. And when I die, I hope that I have peace. And whatever happens after that, I get to experience happiness and fulfillment. That's what I want. Okay. I'm going to keep it that simple. That's the way I live my life. If there is truly a heaven for me after death, I want to die and wake up a 25-year-old guy in 1985 with money not being an option, and I could literally go and experience all these movies in the theater. Imagine waking up tomorrow, Brandon, and it's 1985, and you go to fucking you hit up the diner down in Jersey, do your thing, and all of a sudden you go to see Freddy's Revenge in the theater. Oh, but guess what? Tomorrow we're going to see Back to the Future. You know, are you kidding me? And then when you go home tomorrow, you turn on the TV, you go watch The Wonder Years or fucking, my dad's favorite show, the Morton Downey Jr. show. Like, imagine
Oh yeah,
experiencing all those things that we fucking love so much now in real
no,
time.
we fucking missed it.
Oh my God. That's my idea of heaven. That is literally my idea of what heaven is. And then wouldn't it be something if if I told Sydney, I was like, Sydney, what if I died and I literally got to do that and you put on Jason Takes Manhattan and you saw me in the background of the movie somehow? Wouldn't that be fucking trippy? That's my dream, man.
Wait,
You know?
not a bad gig.
Oh man. Put your pants on, Dan. Son of a bitch. I wonder how tall that dude is. All right, this scene with Freddy is probably one of my all-time favorites, where he rips his fucking hand off of himself with liquor. He melts his hand off, shoves it on the side of the truck, and turns his hand into a seatbelt. That is ultimate Freddy for me, man. Or comedy Freddy. I love that because it's like, to me, that's like from the first movie where he cuts his fingers off, and he's like, watch this, and he bleeds like green shit. Like, this is like that on crack right here, And then the motorcycle kill is just money. Oh shit. Dan, you need to clean your windows in that fucking truck,
Jesus
dude.
Christ, right?
You just drive that thing through a sewer or what? Son of a bitch. But I got people that drive like that around here, man.
Same.
Fucking people just riding, flying off the road. Here he is. Here he is. He's guzzling alcohol. Bad year, Dan. How do you not love this? Look at his shit. Oh, God. That is gross as fuck. Ugh. Oh, I like. Do I need to get that gear shifter though? That skeleton gear shifter. Did y'all see that?
Huh.
See, this is that weird David Lynch shit. I remember, Nick, you were asking me about this. Like, I think right now Dan is literally driving his truck right now, but he's asleep, but he hasn't wrecked yet. So we've got this weird, almost like re-loop of his dream where he flew out of the truck where he's still dreaming, but now he's getting on the motorcycle. So that's why when we see him woken up after he gets in the legitimate wreck again, where Alice sees him, he's in his truck.
Yeah.
Because right now he's driving asleep still.
It's
I remember
very
it took me a
twin.
while to kind of like. It is. It's just like weird, and this scene right here is just, dude. I pray to the heavens we really do get an uncut Blu-ray one day, because it's still painful to look at. But
Oh yeah.
this is brilliant, man. Turning him into a like making him become part of the motorcycle. I will say this: none of the kill from Freddy's Dead. I mean, I like the blowing up of the ear on Carlos, but none of that shit comes close to touching this.
See, when I was a kid, I didn't think he was turning into the motorcycle. I thought it was just sucking the flesh off his bones, like fucking Ghost Rider or some shit.
Oh. Dude, I need an action figure of this guy.
It's freaky looking, man.
Dude, look at that shit. Holy crap. Oh my god. She's about to drop the coffee pot. She could have mouthed yelling Dan a little bit better right there, but that was probably done in post. Oh, here's Freddy Krueger. Guy, what's the odds of this? Some bastard dressed like Freddy as a truck driver right here. He wearing a fedora and shit. What the fuck? God, his face is bloody as hell. Oh man. You gave it hell, Dan, but your chapter is done. I like Dan.
Yeah. Dan was cool.
He was a nice guy when I got to meet him. I wish he wouldn't have big leagued me, but you know, he was a nice guy. I think he's working construction. He works like for a big construction company out in Los Angeles. At least that's what he had on his Facebook page a few years ago.
He's certainly built for it.
Yeah, he was a big old boy. He was a big old boy. Oh. Any y'all ready for the Black Phone? Go see that movie.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things about that movie.
Yeah, guys, actually, a surprise announcement. Next week, Christian and I, we're going to see the Black Phone, and we're both going to record from our theaters and do a live commentary of it in our It's going to be pretty sick.
I tell you what really piqued my interest. I say piqued my interest. I think the premise sounds good, and it's an original property that, you know, I'm excited about that. Charles Band is doing a podcast, and he had Tom Savini. It's a great podcast. He had Tom Savini on there, and Tom Savini did the masks for the movie, and I didn't know that. And when Tom was like, "Yeah, we did the masks," Blumhouse reached out to me and my team. We created those masks for Ethan Hawke's character and stuff in the Black Phone movie. And Tom said he got to watch the movie, and he's like, "I loved it. I thought it was really good." Well, yeah, granted, Tom could just be saying that, of course, because he is involved with the movie, but Tom had no issue talking about shitty movies he made throughout his career. So maybe I would be inclined to believe Tom's telling the truth, that he really likes it.
Not just that, but the critics and audience scores seem to back that up.
They are backing that up. So I might actually try to sneak out tomorrow to go see it, but if not, I'll check it out within the week. But yeah, man, I like the imagery a lot from the characters that I saw.
I was gonna check it out yesterday or Thursday, but I was so behind. Oh shit, because of the snafus I had earlier this week. So I don't think I'm going to be able to catch it till Tuesday because I've got my kid for the next 3 nights and obviously can't take him to see that. So,
oh, well.
Wouldn't pique his interest.
He might like it.
He went and saw his first movie. Yeah, there's this little fucker. Brooke went and took him to see his first movie last week.
Yeah, what do you see?
Lightyear.
What is that? Oh, is that Buzz Lightyear?
Yeah, but it's not because it's not Tim Allen, and it's not the same animation, and it's like it's
trash.
I mean, she liked it. She said he was really good and watched the whole thing, so that's cool. You know,
good.
Fuck Jacob, man.
He's trash, dude.
I'd knock this kid out. I don't advocate hitting children, guys. I'm just saying, Jacob.
He's an adult now. He can handle it.
Yeah.
Damn, Greta, what's up with all the dolls, baby?
She's weird, Christian.
Good God. That's what her mom wants her to look like, just the fucking plastic doll. I like Greta, too. I thought she was a great character. Poor girl. Hey, put the dolls down, Greta. Get yourself a cigarette or something. You know?
Marijuana cigarette.
Yeah.
That's what I called them in the 80s.
I wonder if they'll ever make weed legal in Louisiana, man.
Eventually, it'll be legal everywhere. Eventually, like, I mean, it could be like 50 years, but eventually, I think people. I personally don't do it. I used to when I was younger. I don't do it anymore, but I got no issue with it. Whatever.
I'd probably do it recreationally for fun with like just get-togethers, like, you know, just the same way I'd have a beer every once in a while, just chatting and chilling with friends, just take the edge off, you know?
Yeah. Or you know, when you're having a few beers and live streaming on Instagram and getting drunk. Christian, I remember that.
You know, I'd have to imagine, though, like, would you probably have to treat marijuana like alcohol, basically? Like, I can't imagine it's wise to get high then drive, right?
No, you're even where it's legalized, you're still not allowed to do that.
Are they able? What do they have any kind of like quick testing for that kind of thing?
I don't know.
I'd imagine they'd have to, huh?
I know it's treated like I think it's treated like an OVI or something, you know, like you can do these things in certain states recreationally, just like you can drink recreationally, but you can't then choose to, I'm gonna go drive a fucking car in a school zone. Like, I mean, you can't do those things, like it's or at all, not just a school zone. I was just talking about mass carnage. I don't know.
Yeah. Brandon, don't you grow a bunch of weed in Florida?
Yeah. We got raided last week, so I'm kind of trying to cut back on that now. But, it happens from time to time.
You got a hemp farm, right?
Years ago, the house that's 2 houses over did get raided when I was putting Christmas lights on the house. It got fucking raided like in real time while I was outside. Like I heard shouting. I was like, "What?"
Tell me, I hold on. Tell the story. Just fucking tell the story. Tell the story.
That's it. It wasn't me who got raided, I promise.
Well, so what happened?
Is this like one of those stories where you say, like, so I have this friend that wants to know.
No. So there's this house a couple houses down, and it's a place where a couple, I guess 10 years ago now, this is like 2011, not a couple fucking years ago. It was a long time ago.
Hey, you're old.
Yeah, I was over here for the weekend, and was putting up Christmas lights in the house, and it was the house where some guy blew his friend's head off and then blew his own head off.
What?
So it was an empty house for a while, and then the son of the owner came to stay there or something. He was a weird guy. Never really saw him much. And then when I was putting out Christmas lights one night, the house got fucking raided. It was like sunset-ish, and there's probably 10 or 15 cops dressed in black, and they raided his fucking house. He came out. There was no shooting or anything. He came out peacefully and stuff, but they brought out bags of stuff, and I heard from the neighbors that he had been growing pot plants, and they were able to see it somehow through the roof or some shit with like I guess he had lamps going or whatever the fuck it was. I'm not sure how they really spot it. He got caught that way. And yeah, I did not see him again for a long time.
Did you ever see him again?
I did. Yeah. It was not that long afterwards. It was like a month or two. I saw him back in the house and he was there for a little bit. And then he finally moved away.
Did you ever come get close to him where you were like, "Hey man, how you been?"
No, I did not. I should have had a follow-up conversation and say, how did you get out of, because you think he would go away for a long time if he was actually growing plants. He wouldn't just be back 2 months later. So I'm like, I wonder if he ratted on somebody or if they didn't actually find plants and that was just a rumor of the neighborhood. I don't really know. I'll never know.
Down.
But
I'll be down.
Wild shit, man. See, me and my buddies, when we were teenagers, we would buy shitty weed, the good seeds and stems.
Oh yeah.
And we decided one time, we were gonna grow it. We were gonna fucking grow that shit in my buddy's barn. He had like two little flower pots, and didn't work.
Yeah,
didn't work. But yeah, that's oh shit, dude. That reminds me. Oh well, Greta.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry to cut you off. Reminds you about what?
No, never mind. It's probably not something I should talk about.
Are we still talking about weed?
No, we're talking about raids and happening near where we lived. People have strong opinions on certain things. I'll just I'll tell everyone just for
keep the political
basis of facts
out of it if you can.
I lived in a house with my buddies for like 3 years, and it was a nice neighborhood, like middle class, suburban subdivision. And 2 houses down the house we lived in for 3 years, I found out that one of our neighbors, there's these 2 older people, they were both in their late 60s, early 70s. Okay. Their house got raided by the FBI a few months ago in connection to what happened last January. I guess they were crazy. I don't know, man.
Dude, I'm sorry. Remind me what happened last January. I really don't remember.
January 6th.
Oh, really?
I guess these people were like these, but these people were like, I guess like legitimate threats to I don't know. I was reading about it in my local news. Yeah, they had some really hardcore propaganda shit, the type of people that intended on murdering people, not people that mean to peacefully protest. That's right, I mean, these 2 were apparently in connection with we want to kill people.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Which was crazy because I knew them and they were both older people, and I'm like, wow. I completely support somebody's right to peacefully protest. Obviously, absolutely, that is a right we have. But if your goal is on either side, if your goal is let's fucking kill some people,
you might be fucked in the head a little bit.
Yeah, you might be a little fucking crazy.
There's some scary extreme people out there, man.
Dude, I'll tell you, you don't fucking know somebody until you see them behind closed doors. And I'm not even talking. I'm not talking political. I'm just talking dude, some of those fucking serial killers back in the day were so well-rounded in the public perception. John Wayne Gacy was involved with Cub Scouts, and I think he held some kind of local political office. Dude, the dude was he was involved in everything. He was looked at as a well-rounded good guy.
No, yeah, but
and then they find 15 bodies in his fucking crawl space.
Yeah, And I mean, to your point of what you're saying is like, it's so shitty. Like it used to be like totally normal for people to just like disagree about their like ideals and like how, you know, like,
Those
hey,
days are
I
gone,
align.
buddy.
Yeah, no, because but that's because there's just extremes on both sides that they don't care about like disagreements of like just like fundamentals. It's just like, I'll fucking kill you. Oh, I'll fucking kill you too. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man, when did we like stop being able to just disagree with each other respectfully? Like, my God.
It's not even just politics, dude. It's fucking
No,
movies,
it's everything.
too. We're seeing
religion,
it.
movies, yes, everything. It's like
Brandon, you don't like Freddy's Dead? Fuck you, you son of a bitch, piece of shit, goddamn motherfucker, piece of shit, goddamn.
Because we like Halloween 5, we're on somebody's hit list for sure.
Oh, yes. Dude, I wear a helmet when I go to get the mail. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no, Christian, yeah, and Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 especially.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Nick wears a cup when he leaves the house.
Yeah.
If you walk down the driveway to get the paper, just stay strapped for sure, because you're gonna get fucking popped one of these days. Okay?
When Nick walks out to get in the morning, Halloween 2 sucks. You son of a bitch.
Well, you know, luckily for me, I don't live in a neighborhood. Is like there's like fields and then a street, a cul-de-sac, and I live on the cul-de-sac. There's like 8 houses, and then out. It's just
they'll come to the fucking woods for you. Okay.
No, there are woods behind my house. Behind my house, it's like a mile of woods, like through my backyard. So, like, you're right, but luckily, well, I say this now. It's like, well, everyone on my street is, you know, older people, but it's like, well, fuck, I found out that 2 old people I used to live next to wanted to go kill a bunch of politicians. So it's like, you really don't know.
I was gonna say before I forgot they lived in the same street. I was gonna say Nick lives in like Witness Protection Avenue, like it's like a secluded little bunker of houses, next to some dirt. The mailman has to go off road to deliver his mail.
I never see my mailman. I never see my mailman or mail lady, mail person, whatever. Come on, but you know, mailman. Like, I never see the mail. It's just there. I'm like, when did you come?
When did you get here?
Yeah, when? Like, when?
Maybe it's like the dude from Funny Farm, dude. Just fucking flies by and throws your mail out the truck.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, Brandon, where's your Phantom Prowler comic books?
I don't know. That's a good fucking question. Who makes the replicas? Somebody's got to make them, right? At least the covers.
Did you see that beautiful when they started panning right into the his little lair? That beautiful big drawing, like life-size drawing of the Phantom Prowler. Dude, I love this black and like this shit is like right up to the line of hokiness. No, you know what, dude? Fuck it. I like this movie more than Freddy's Dead at this point. I'm sorry. I gotta change.
I agree. Yes. I'm gonna tell you, this is one of the coolest ideas in this movie. This is one of the coolest ideas.
Yeah. I'm changing.
The whole black and white, and I love when all the color drains out like to the bottom in a puddle. That shit is a really cool effect. I really like that.
I'm officially changing my rankings, Brandon. Dreamchild is better than Freddy's Dead.
Yeah, but Brandon, can we agree, Brandon? How the fuck did you ever put Freddy's Dead above Dreamchild, Christian?
Well, I think this is what it was. God's honest truth. I felt that Dreamchild, while I really loved the film visually and the prosthetic stuff, I still think that this movie doesn't make total sense. Like, it doesn't make total sense to me.
It doesn't.
The dreams through a kid kind of thing. But I respected that Freddy's Dead is like you guys may not like I feel like they were like the band Highly Suspect, and they're like, we're going to be like this kind of like techno hip hop band now, whether you fucking like it or not. We're going, because I love those first couple Highly Suspect albums. They're great rock albums, and all of a sudden they're like, fuck rock music. You know, it's like we're gonna do this like kind of hip hop beat thing, but we're going for it. I respected that Freddy's Dead went for it so much.
Is that the butthole of the house?
That's the butthole, dude. That's Freddy's
butt. Oh my god.
That's his burnt ass.
Oh, by the way, I feel like I just have to say this really quick because like I really just don't want to catch this shit in the comments. Guys, by what we were talking about, we were being just like very general about crazy people. Nobody get offended by that unless you're a crazy person. Okay, like please, really don't want to argue with anybody in the comments. I feel like every time we have Brandon on, Brandon takes to the streets in the comments and he fights the good fight when people disagree with us, and we appreciate it. But Come on, guys, keep it friendly in the comments, please.
I mean, it is what it is, dude. It it is what it is. What are you gonna
Yeah,
do?
we're not
about
picking
it,
any sides. We're just saying if you're fucking crazy, doesn't matter who you are, what you believe in, you're fucking crazy.
Community guidelines, guys.
Yes.
That's just little. Here's something we can all agree on.
Yeah.
This little son of a bitch
Yeah, this get punchable face.
doesn't believe in dinosaurs.
No, what a bitch. Look at his
That
face.
ain't Dan's kid. Alice cheated. That ain't Dan's
yeah.
kid. That looks like her. You know that
What the fuck is
this
that
is
stuffed animal he has? What is that?
some kind of bloody ass teddy
What
bear.
is that like a? That's a teddy. I think it's.
Dude, it looked like a teddy bear that Freddy shoved up his ass. That's what it
Oh,
looks like.
well, hey, we did just see Freddy's butthole, so.
Brandon,
You know what's weird?
I need a Just a Thought Dream Child video from you ASAP, right? Legitimately.
Something's going in my head right now. Like this is 89, right? So the same year Pet Sematary came out. The little kid who plays Gage Creed, who's in New Nightmare, should have
Nico
played
Hughes,
the character,
yes.
and then have him come full circle in New Nightmare. That would have been so fucking cool and so much creepy.
Oh, fuck.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, Brandon, I think the three of us know Wes Craven, if he did play him in this movie, Wes Craven would be like, fuck you. I'm not bringing him back for New Nightmare. Those sequels don't exist. They're fucking trash.
Yeah.
That's just how Wes Craven was.
I'm actually surprised he brought England back for that movie. I figured he would have tried to got Homeboy, the original casting he had for the first film.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Which would have
England,
been cool, though. That guy would have done a good job, though. He had a good look.
I think England's one of his own, is what, and I think Wes is smart enough to know who the fuck else is going to play Freddy.
Yeah.
Even by 94, for God's sakes. But
Yeah.
that was one of England's guys to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Well, guys, we didn't touch on this yet. We're watching Dream Child. I think this is the perfect opportunity, if there ever was one, to touch on this. Jason Blum wants Freddy. He wants Freddy, and he wants to bring Robert back.
Yeah, I mean, that's
just
no
for one
surprise.
film, I'm not into it. If it
I
was
feel
for
like
three
that's all they
films,
could
I'd be
do.
into
You
it.
know what I mean?
Shit, dude, I'll be happy if I got one film at this point. Are you kidding?
It's so
One-
doable. It's so doable. Like England needs to drop some weight a little bit. Make sure they get a really good makeup effects guy in there, because the way he looked in that TV show, he looked like shit. Make Freddy look like Freddy. Have England do all the vocals, all the close-ups, and have a stunt guy play him from far away when he actually has to do some physical stuff.
I
And
think
just map England's face onto him with CG from far away.
right. I think they need to
It's doable.
explore the dream world the way they did in the new Stranger Things show, and just have this guttural outer world looking place, gorgeous, massive boiler room type stuff. You can do all the special effects with the kids and shit. Make Freddy lift the kids. Make Freddy, like throw his hand out at a kid and like a tree like wraps around the kid's legs, or stretches the kid. Like do all the special effects where Freddy has like almost Jedi style powers in the dream world. Like you can do all that.
Yeah, I wish they would do that story, and I forgot what the writer's name is. Guys, help me out. He was on the special features of the Nightmare documentary. He was on the special features of Leatherface Part 3. He's talking about the Freddy script. It was like, I think he wrote it, where there was something called the coma pit, where like Freddy's an old man and the kids purposely go to sleep to go there and make fun of him and shit, and then he manages to kill one and like get his powers back. That script is so killer to me. Like that would be the perfect fucking thing.
Was that Peter Jackson's idea?
That might have been the Peter Jackson one. I get him confused, but that whatever that was, whoever that came from, that's the fucking story I want to see Old Man England play. I think that would be fucking.
You know what
sick.
I kind of want though, Brandon? I don't think you want this though. I don't think you want this, but I'll tell you what I want. I want Freddy not to die back in the 80s when he got caught. I want him to go to jail, and I want him to stay in jail. But I want him to get paroled today's world. And Freddy escapes, and then the parents kill him now.
Oh, that'd be trippy.
So
That'd
it's old Robert Englund. It's old Robert Englund that gets out of jail, touches, kills, whatever you want to do, messes with another kid, and then the families kill him now. Boom, now he's dead, and he comes back into the dreams again, or the other kids. So you can have old Robert Englund, and you're changing the lore from the first movie, which is something that we're seeing done now, but it could be old Robert, and it works in context because it's old Robert that's dead, and so they
So it would work as a
burn
reboot.
his
then,
ass at 70 something. It works as a reboot. Screw
Yeah,
it,
they
they're
really-
doing that everywhere else. May
Look
as
at
well do it here.
Look at this
Yeah.
fucker.
What the hell is this?
That's
This
an
is
alien.
like fucking fire in the sky shit.
That's an
It
alien.
does look like fire in the sky. Jacob's Ladder.
Dude, I can't wait for that Blu-ray. I got that Blu-ray coming to Fire in the Sky. That movie's fucking amazing. I believe
Oh,
there has to
yeah.
be UFOs. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
there's UFOs. This the world's too big. How are we the only ones?
Over the past like 3-4 years, the Pentagon on multiple instances has pretty much already confirmed it. They said, "Here's some footage of some shit that we don't know what the fuck it is." Like,
Right.
It's funny too. I love this. I was talking about this at work the other day. You get in recent years, in recent elections, people that are running for president, they'll say cool shit. Like, regardless of how you feel about these people, I'm just saying, like, I remember Trump saying something like, "I'm gonna fucking like let everybody know about this shit." And like, we've had multiple people say that. Obama said that too. And then as soon as they take office, they don't talk about it anymore. You want to know why? Because they're these advisors and shit, these top military officials get with them after they get elected, and they're like, "Don't say a fucking word."
Yeah.
And they're like, "All right, I'm not saying a word."
Like you
know
will
what
fucking disappear if you say
Yes.
You know
anything.
what I got? You know what I gotta wonder sometimes? Do you guys ever wonder if, like, when you go to bed at night, like, you ever say to yourself, how do we not know if there was some insane shit going on in the world right now that managed to be taken care of without the public knowing? Like we could have been close to the brink of like like the world fucking blowing up or some shit, and they secretly, like the government secretly handled something. Like, you ever wonder
Our
about that
technology
kind
is
of
so
shit?
Happens
advanced,
all the
dude.
time, man. It's
Yeah,
got to happen
yeah.
all the time.
Our technology is so advanced too that these motherfuckers could stop pretty much anything, and we would never know that something almost happened. Like,
Oh my god.
Would you guys rather know, or do you kind of like not knowing? Because I don't know if I
No,
want to know if we came close to having like a.
I don't want to know a fucking thing.
I want to know. I want the proof of the existence of other life forms, but I don't need to know where they come from or what they want from us or anything like that. I just want the concrete proof to say, yeah, all right, we got a fucking alien. All right, we've been dissecting this motherfucker. Like, we don't know where this, like that. I just confirm that shit to me, because I remember when I was a kid 20 years ago, it was still a crazy idea to believe in aliens. It was a conspiracy theory. And now I think most people agree there's definitely some kind of other life form somewhere. The universe is massive. Like, we can't be the only things in it. So I don't know. I mean, as part of this conversation I was having at work the other day, I said this: if they don't have anything to hide at Area 51, why are there like soldiers all along the fucking fence lines of that place? While even past that fence, it is miles before you get to the building itself. And they have signs that basically say, if you cross this point, we'll fucking shoot you.
Oh yeah, they got some shit there for sure.
You have something to hide.
Something crashed, man. I don't want to hear that fucking weather balloon bolt. Something there.
That's where they have the 4K scan Blu-rays of Elm Street.
Yes.
51.
Yeah.
Never getting them.
I'm just saying, man, because
Dude,
I feel
I
like
believe
this is
it.
something you can talk about now where most people agree with you. Even if they don't know what it is, they're like, yeah, there's definitely something there. It's not a crazy conspiracy theory anymore. Like, a lot of people are like, gotta be something.
100%, dude. 100%. Without question. We can't be the only ones.
That fucks with people's idea of religion too, which I don't think it should, because me personally, I am a Christian, but I wouldn't consider myself your typical like traditional Christian in the sense of like all the super old teachings that are just a little too much for me. Like, I like to think of myself as more like a modern one, but the Bible never says that only we were created, like only us. That's never explicitly said. Like, maybe we're the superior beings. I don't fucking know, but it doesn't say that. My mom was trying to tell me that when I was younger. Well, if there's aliens, that just disproves the Bible, and that can't be true. I'm like, no, it fucking doesn't. It doesn't. Plus, the Bible was written by like dozens of dudes over hundreds of years. Like, I mean, come on. Like, come on. I don't fucking know. We could go down this rabbit hole. This is a discussion, but I think most of our listeners probably agree. I mean, most of you guys are probably godless heathens, you know, so you're, yeah.
I mean, I sure act like it sometimes.
But what you were saying at the top of this episode, I literally always believe this. I don't care like what you believe. I I just think if you're a good person, you'll have a good afterlife, whatever that is. I don't know. I just be a good person.
I'd like to think so, you know?
Yeah, like I don't know whether you want to say that's what would Jesus do, or I don't know, just like basic morals and principles, and like
Just don't be
I
an
don't know.
asshole.
Yeah,
be an
don't be a
asshole.
fucking asshole. Like you want to come back as a dung beetle, be a fucking asshole. You want to come back as like a fucking phoenix, be a nice guy.
Be a good
Like,
person,
yeah.
man.
My only hope is
Man,
I
I'll
hope
tell
there's
y'all,
something
and
after you
it's-
die.
There's got to be.
I
I
mean,
hope it's not
I
just
really, dude.
out, like,
I
I-
say, have you
that
guys
sucks.
had paranormal experiences or something that you can't explain?
Absolutely. As stupid as it sounds, ton of them.
That's
I-
that's all the proof I need. So have I.
I've never had one, but this is something I was going to tie into what we were talking about. And first off, I'm not going to avoid this subject right now, but I just want to give the writers praise for this, for going into a territory about a girl's pregnancy and talking about adoption and things like that and the struggles with that. Especially, God, we're getting so fucking political on this show, but
Oh, God.
especially with everything that just happened with the Congress and the Senate right now.
Well,
It's interesting that we're
Supreme
watching
Court,
Dream
but yeah.
Child, Supreme Court. It's interesting that we're watching this movie that deals with abortion and adoption with the child and stuff, but they explore it in this movie, and they're very respectful about all of it in Dream Child, which I love. The parents of Dan are like, you need to give this kid up for adoption. You're clearly not ready, and she's like, no, I want my kid. I'm gonna have this, and
It's weird,
I just
ironic
respect
timing.
that about this movie so much.
Yeah.
Weird, ironic timing. But
And again, guys, please do not fucking sound off in the comments with some douchey fucking because we that's not.
Oh,
what
there's
we're here
gonna be some watch. There's gonna be a ton of them.
no, dude,
Watch.
we're not. What are we doing? We're just
We're
talking.
not getting into
but, like,
opinions. We're just talking about a fact. This
Yeah.
movie is tackling something that's very prevalent in today's
right
society.
now.
It's- yeah.
Like she says in the special features, she says that shit's heavy. This what's her name? She says that in the special features about them
it's heavy
tackling these
shit.
issues.
Yeah, I
Which it
respect
is,
that.
no
a
matter
lot,
what
but
side of the spectrum you're on, it's heavy shit. So
I actually think that Dream Child could have tapped more into that throughout this movie to kind of help threadline the story a little bit more and have a little bit more of a heavy deepness to the movie. But that's just me. But when it comes to paranormal stuff like that, people will ask me, do I believe in ghosts? And I say, I don't want to say I don't believe in ghosts. I've never had any
Don't
sort
you
of
say it,
experience.
you're gonna get haunted.
No, but this is my rebuttal to that. But I don't mess with it, and I respect the idea of it because I am fearful. I don't fuck around with Ouija boards. Are you kidding me? I've
No.
never fucked around. I have that Halloween
wish
3 Ouija board, but I mean it's decoration. But
Yeah, don't
still,
play with
ask
it,
my
ever.
wife. We have never fucked with it because I respect the idea of ghouls, demons, ghosts. Maybe ghouls is a little bit of a ridiculous. Oh, who is this girl in the back right now?
I know.
Holy smoke, she's hot.
Yes, she
Anyway, I'm a young man, guys. Sorry. Damn, she's beautiful. But I don't fuck around with the lore of what I can't disprove. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like I've never seen God before, but I'm hopeful, and I hope that there is a God, and I do, like we were talking about, I do the best I can in life, and I treat people with respect, and I do the best I can. And in the same breath, I've never seen a ghost before, but I'm not going to say that they don't exist. I'm just going to say I haven't seen it before, but I respect it, dude, because the idea of it is fucking terrifying. Like the idea to know that you could be in your house and some kind of spirit could be watching you without you knowing. It fucking scares the shit out of me.
Yeah.
You know?
I've
sometimes I have felt like something has been watching me, where
could
I
be
know I was
that,
home
man.
alone, but I
It
have this weird
was.
feeling. I legitimately have had those feelings before. No bullshit.
So I've had a ton of experiences, and I think Nick, you're probably in the same boat throughout my life. Weird experiences, especially in this old house,
Like the
that
one
I
you're in
can't
right
explain. Right in the house, and as I get older, I try to explain it to myself and make real sense of it. And but I still, because you try to make sense of it as you get older. And some things I'm like, I can't make sense of it. So it makes you wonder if that shit's actually going on, or if there is some kind of rhyme or reason to it.
It's crazy because I come from a very old school, conservative Christian values family, and that's just how my family always was growing up. So to them, I'm like a godless heathen, but because I'm not as vehemently in support of like some of the traditional Christian values, like I think organized religion as a whole, at what it's become, is fucked at this point. I really do think a lot of it is messed up, whether it's the money behind all these things. And it's just, I don't agree with it. And I think that a lot of times when you go to church, half the people that you're there with are literally just there for the appearances. And they're actually shitty people outside of church, but they go there to be like, look at me, I'm a good Christian. So that's a topic for another day. But it always challenged my beliefs growing up, because my grandparents, being as traditional Christians as they were, would be like, well, if you believe in ghosts, then that's, challenging Christian values and beliefs. Like you can't believe that as a Christian. And I don't buy that, because I would like to think that God isn't a vengeful asshole, and that maybe some people that weren't necessarily bad people, but maybe hadn't accepted his existence, maybe do just wander the earth when they die. Maybe they aren't damned to like eternal damnation. You know what I mean? So like that could absolutely make sense to me. Like, and as I've gotten older and I've experienced certain things, and I literally sometimes when I talk about certain experiences that I've had, I literally get goosebumps. I can't help it. I'll like get like watery eyes. Like when I talk about it, it's just like a physical reaction that I can't help. But that tells me that what I experienced was real. Like I'm not bullshitting. And there's just some things I've experienced that are just, you can't explain it. I mean, you can try to give me 15 different explanations and I'll say, that couldn't have been it. It's just not it. Like, I've seen things, I've heard things, and I felt things. And one of the scariest things that ever happened to me was when I was 17 and I was sleeping on my couch. I was a senior in high school, and we had an old basement, and I was watching TV at like 3 a.m. on one weekend night. And the basement door creaked open slowly, and it was at the end of the kitchen. And I thought it might have been our cat. So I was like, whatever. Like I didn't really think anything of it. And I was closing my eyes. I was trying to go to sleep. I had the TV on, but it was very low. So like I could barely hear it, because I just, I like having background noise when I sleep. And something whispered my name right into my ear. And I shot the fuck up. And I was like, oh no, like no fucking way. I'm telling you, this happened. Like it happened. I didn't imagine it. It happened. And there was this old program, if you guys are familiar with you guys are familiar with computers. There's an audio program called, it used to be, I don't know if it's still a thing, called Audacity, where you could just record like.
I still use this shit now. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Okay, Audacity. So me and my buddies Phil and Dave had a very old house. His grandma and grandpa died in that house. It's like over 100 years old. And one night we went to the basement, and because he kept telling us there's a ghost in this house. I know there is. We went to the basement, and Phil like turned on the laptop, started recording on Audacity file, and we were just basically like, if there's anything here, like let us know, blah, blah, blah. Well, we went upstairs, played Xbox for like 2 hours. Phil grabbed the computer, and he was just combing through to see any disturbances in the audio files, and he found a couple. And like some of them, it was just weird. Like you kind of almost sounded distorted. You don't know what it was. But there was one, and we said, if there's anyone here, talk to us, blah, blah, blah. And he cleaned this shit up too. So you could hear this clear as day. There was like this kind of like, blah, 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 like kind of noise. And we we're like, what? And then it like right after that, it said clear as day. What do you want? I swear to God. I swear to God. And we looked at each other, and we're like, never sleeping in that basement again. Never. Like not doing it.
Fuck no.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah, there's shit that has happened to me that there's something after we die. There's something after we die. Like
His name is Freddy.
Yeah, maybe it's Freddy. I don't fucking know. But all I know is like, what do they say? What is it? Is it energy or matter cannot be created nor destroyed? Is it energy? It's something.
Yeah,
something
it can only
like
be
that.
changed. Energy.
Yeah. So we got to go somewhere. I mean, this has to go somewhere. Whether you come back as a fucking tree, whether there's a heaven, whether there's a hell, whether there's an animal, Whether you're reborn, I don't fucking know. Whether you wander the earth, I don't know. But I can confidently say that I don't think when you die, it's just total black and that's it. I just don't believe that. I can't believe that. There's too much shit I've seen.
I sure as hell hope not, dude. That'll suck. Okay, let's enjoy right here. Some,
yeah, we just got real deep.
Look
at this. Yeah, that's Greta, right? That's supposed to be. Yeah,
that's the. Oh God, yeah, she's a doll now.
He's eating her.
Ugh.
I never noticed that she was a doll. That's right, because she cracks.
She cracks. Here's Super Freddy. He's coming. Oh, not yet. He's got to turn him into the Phantom Prowler.
Christian,
first.
we gotta admit though, our listeners have always said they love when we go off on tangents like this.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not trying to take you off tangent. I just fucking love this
I know.
Right
I just wanted to say I hope like you guys weren't like, oh, shut the fuck up, man.
No, man, I dig this shit. I mean, this is why we do the movies, is to open up the conversation. You know, because this is how we would be if we were watching the movie together. We would get into this kind of stuff, and then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh, look at that for you right there.
I'm glad the three of us agree though that like we don't think you just fucking die and then that's it. Like there's
I mean,
no way.
If you do believe that, which there's thousands and millions of people that do, I mean, you gotta have hope about something in life, man. You gotta fucking.
Well, it's easier to think. It's easier to think that than the alternative because we as humans, we literally physically cannot comprehend nothingness because we've never known nothingness, so you cannot comprehend it.
There he is. Look at this shit, man.
I love
Look at him
effect.
draining.
I love it.
Brandon, come on, man.
I love it. I'm telling you, people don't respect this movie enough. If the visuals like this alone.
The MPAA made them cut some of the slashing of the paper.
Yeah, the MPAA fucking sucks.
They suck.
It's a big like mom group basically anyway.
Yep.
Not to get political, but it's basically just a mom group.
No, there's no fuck that. That's
out.
not politics. That's just a bunch of fucking soccer mom Karens saying,
they
don't take your kid to
this
movie.
Movies.
Yeah, it's rated R, dumbass. You're not supposed to take your kid to it.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it nowadays. Isn't
like,
it crazy, guys? This movie got hacked to shit. And then X can get an R-rated release.
I haven't seen that movie yet. I need to see that shit.
Let me tell you something, Brandon. It pushes the boundaries. It pushes the boundaries.
Dude, it's a great slasher film.
It is. It's fantastic.
I know. I haven't been able to go to the theaters really.
There's excessive
It's
nudity.
out on Blu-ray.
Yes,
Brandon.
it's fantastic. But the gore is fucking gnarly. Like
my favorite movie of the year so far.
Same here.
I heard it's like spiritually in tone with Texas Chainsaw Massacre original. Is that true? Like it's of the same like
yes, but
attitude.
This is relevant to what we're talking about because the main theme about X is the fear of getting old and dying and losing your vitality and feeling like you can't go back to what you once had and not wanting to let go of your youth. And that just resonates with me hard fucking core because death is like my number one fear. So I love that theme. Like I love that. So yeah, if that kind of idea fucks with you, the movie will really resonate with you. Like it will. But I will say, you don't want to watch it with family. Probably, this isn't a movie where you get mom and dad and the kids, and you're like, let's watch this new movie. Like,
I'm gonna show Isabella the movie for sure. She's gonna watch.
Daddy, what are they doing?
What's happening?
But yeah, no, that's good shit. That's always, I mean, I take anxiety medication every night. I have for like 5 years now because I used to have really bad panic attacks. And when I would think about death and like the prospect of absolute nothingness, if that actually
fuck you up a bit.
It would send me in like a full blown panic attack, like hyperventilation and shit. Because
panic attacks are no joke. Man.
No, I went to the ER like 3 different times thinking I was having a heart attack.
When I turned 25, I spent about 1.5 years, 2 years with really bad panic attacks. I was on lorazepam because they were so bad. I went to the ER because I was for certain that they were heart attacks or something. So I would get like the palpitations and shit. So I know exactly what you're talking about. Not a fun boat to be in.
No.
At all, especially with ongoing. So I feel for you.
But I've always said this. I feel like, and I wonder if you two agree. And listeners, let us know if you agree. As human beings, this is what we know. So for me, I do believe in Christianity. That's what I believe. But if you had to ask me right now, what would be your ideal outcome after you die? I think most of us would say we're just born again as a new person because that's the easiest to comprehend for us because we know what Earth is like. We don't know what anything else is like. I mean, would you agree? Like if you had to pick, what would be easiest for you to comprehend would be my matter just gets transferred into a new baby.
No,
No?
I just want to still be me, and I want my family and friends to still be them, even if we're dead, wherever we are. I just want to be able to interact
Okay, well then
permanently as us.
alternative, would you like to be with your family and friends just roaming the earth forever? Like
that would be better still to me than the alternative of being reborn because I want Isabella to be Isabella forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. So
I
to
guess
me,
I guess what I mean though, like to us, we would have no knowledge of our previous life. You know what I mean?
sucks.
So,
that sucks.
yeah,
The same.
It does suck. Because I love my kid, you know, and yeah.
How do you know that this isn't our first life we're living right now?
Well, exactly. And that would suck too. I guess.
We don't. And I mean, there's been plenty of people that have claimed, sworn up and down that they have lived another life. And a lot of them, some of the details they give are really scary. Like they do make you wonder, like, this person might actually not be bullshitting. So like, I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, is we'll know one day, but hopefully we got a long way to go because
hopefully
I like life. It's pretty cool.
Life is good.
You know, honestly, both death scenes in 4 and 5 are better than Freddy's did. Like the end for Freddy.
Yes.
Dude, yes. But 4, I think, is the pinnacle. Like, I think that I will say the means of how they get there with just like the mirror is kind of lame, but nobody remembers that. They don't remember the reasoning behind it. They remember the scene itself and how it plays out is fucking incredible. Like, those special effects, even watching that last week, I'm like, how did this movie come out in the 80s? Like, these effects are incredible. Like,
great.
Yeah.
Man, I love the way Freddy looks in this movie, man.
He looks old and decrepit.
What's your guys' favorite ending of the Nightmare series?
Favorite ending?
Yeah, like favorite demise of Freddy.
That's a good question. I would have to go with y'all
are thinking.
I might pick this one, dude. I really like the ending of this one where the mom stops him. I like Amanda stopping him. But 4 is really good.
I'm going 4. I gotta go 4.
I think probably 4. As far as the ending goes.
Yeah. Oh, look at all dude, look at all the patients that are grabbing Freddy. Oh shit.
And you know they're covered in piss and shit too.
Oh yeah. Oh
dude,
yeah.
Look at him. This is good shit. I love this fucking movie. Yeah, I'm changing. I'm gonna put this one over Freddy's Dead. It's too good. Way too good.
I just think that you nailed it. You know, Carlos's death is really cool, and I like how like over the top and played out that it gets by the time it finally gets to his death. It's cool. Like it doesn't feel like, okay, get to it already. No, like I'm in on the joke with the Carlos death, and I think it's handled really well. But I really think that's the only one that stands out in Freddy's Dead.
I think so.
Whereas in these movies,
they're all pretty fucking great.
Yeah, they're pretty good, man. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change. I'm gonna put 5 over this, which I love 5, man. 5. The
but
video
you got
store
the remake
posters
Dead
are my
last,
favorites.
right?
I do have the remake Dead last.
What about you, Brandon? Dead last.
As far as my dead last favorite or least favorite nightmare movie? Oh, the remake for sure. But my list we made a couple weeks ago with the Freddy's. My list of like movies, the order changes from that list, so it's not the same. It's definitely different.
Let me tell you something, Brandon. Let me tell you something. Nothing will ever top Freddy's Revenge. And the damnedest thing is, you know it. The damnedest thing, Brandon, is you know it. But you've got this thing about you where you're just like, I'm gonna fucking disagree with Christian no matter what.
I don't know, man.
Just
it's hard because as far as the favorite film's not number 2 can't be my favorite film. It's just not. Like it's up there.
Dude, Brandon, I had something funny.
I think it's got to be 3, man. It's got to be 3 or 4 is my number one. No, forget about New Nightmare. Fuck.
Fuck New Nightmare. Listen to me, Brandon.
Oh,
You
New
got the
Nightmare's
body.
great. Don't lie.
It is good.
Christian.
No, but I'm saying fuck it compared to being
Fuck
number
New
one.
Night- No, yeah,
Listen,
Freddy's
Brandon.
Revenge, number one.
You've got the body. I've got the brain. What's better than that?
That
What's
movie's
better than that? What's
That
better
movie's
than that clip? Please try and tell me.
It's a boy.
It's got Bob Shea and Leather in that scene too. So I mean, you can't really top that either. So
Dude, it's the scariest character in the 80s. I mean, fuck, dude. What is scarier than that character?
Part 2 is fantastic, but I don't know, man. It's got to be
God
3 or
damn it,
4.
Brandon. See, Nick's smart.
Yeah,
He
no,
knows that you're not topping that Freddy. You're not topping it.
With that said, the list we guys made that we made a couple weeks ago for our Freddy list, would you guys say that your list correlates with your favorite films too? Like pretty close, the same order?
No.
My shit varies a lot.
Relatively
Freddy.
Mine,
Because my
mine
dead
is
last was
relative.
My dead last was the remake, and that's not my dead last movie. I mean,
Really?
the remake isn't top 5 for me.
Really?
But
Nick's Freddy's Dead's Nick's last.
It's
Oh,
my
really?
least, yeah. Freddy's Dead is my least favorite, but yeah, no, I really, I don't know, man. I don't know these movies, dude. I tell you what, like, I think these first 4 movies, most people can agree they're fucking bangers, man. Like they're
So
bangers, and I would say, in my opinion, Halloween and Friday are the same way. These 3 franchises, the first 4 movies, most people agree. I mean, aside from Halloween 3, because some people are fucking stupid. Bastards. You remember
Halloween
that video?
3's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not, because it doesn't have Michael Myers. Yeah, but regardless, like all 3 of these franchises, I think these 1 through 4s are just, they're bangers, man. They're just so solid. Like, it's 5 in every franchise where people started to go, I don't know about this, man. Yeah, I don't know about this.
They're good though, man. I love this movie. This movie's so good. I mean, it's not for good, but it's good. Damn it! I need to watch this one more.
Although
Just
I
get
will
rid of the
say this
fucking kid.
pales in comparison to the Jesse body. You know, take
Again, again, nothing touches that.
Yeah,
that's the pinnacle. And one day Brandon's gonna say, "Hey Christian, can I talk to you?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's up, Brandon?" Dude, you're so right.
He's like,
fuck
I'm
Wes Craven's
coming
New
out of the
Nightmare.
I'm coming out of the Freddy's Revenge closet. I have to, like,
Dude.
It's just
It's so
I said
fucking
before,
good.
Freddy's Revenge is so good. It's definitely in the top 5, but it's not
Top
number 1.
5.
Yeah.
it's in the top 2. It's in the top 2, and it's not number 2.
Top 5. You
Top
son
5.
of a bitch.
I'm not sure
You
what it
red
is.
motherfucker.
Dude, this sounds like sacrilege to some people, and I can't even believe I'm saying that. But after rewatching these movies last year, dude, I really think I might like 2, 3, and 4 all better than the first one.
Oh, dude, 2, 3, 4, and 5 I like better than the first one. The same with the Friday films. I like 2, 3, 4, and 5 better than Friday 1. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it's
I could get there. I still really like some of those scenes in 1 a lot.
They just
1
didn't
is
know
good.
what they had yet with 1. That's
1
my
is
thing.
really good.
I mean,
It's
well, I
just-
mean, naturally,
Yeah.
you know. I mean,
No, yes, but I will say I think that Halloween definitely ran with the premise of their first movie better than Nightmare did with their first movie. But I guess it is easier for Halloween because he's kind of just a blank
well,
slate.
they crystallized it so well. And reading that book I'm reading right now, Taking Shape, it's amazing seeing stuff that was cut out of the script. I was fascinated learning about it, but the movie truly was a crystallized accident.
This
when,
motherfucker.
Look at, dude, Freddy is a bad motherfucker.
Yes, but he should have killed this little shit right
Look
here.
at him. Come on, kill him, Freddy. School's out, Krueger. Kill that little fuck. I need the extended cut when they kill. Ah! He's barfing on him. He barfed on him. Little bastard.
The black makeup under Freddy's eyes is so cool looking in this film. He looks sickly.
It is. In good lighting, it's awesome. When that bright picture of him with the singer
Look at
from
these.
the 80s,
Look at
though.
these fucking faces, man.
Kim Wilde, I think was her name. Dude, I love it. Dude, his mom had the Prowler mask on? That one's got the Prowler mask.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
One of them has the or is that supposed to be Dan?
It's Dan. No,
I
it
guess
was,
that's the Prowler
it's
mask.
the comic book.
That's the Prowler.
Guy, yeah.
So who has all these fucking killer
Brandon,
props?
I need a replica
Who have to own these
of
things?
that. Dude, that is fucking. Oh, there's Dan and Greta.
Christian,
Dude, that
would
is
know who owns
amazing.
these props.
David Miller, probably. He's the guy that
I guess
made
yeah.
the effects for this movie. Dude, he was a cool guy. I got to talk to him a little bit through eBay when I bought my baby Freddy. Oh, there's baby Freddy.
There's that little
God damn
bastard.
it. Come on, baby. There he is.
He's like, no, fuck you.
Get the hell out of there, baby Fred. Fuck this. I'm out. Kill the real baby, Freddy. No.
Hey, that's one way to have a baby there. You know, that was pretty painless for her.
No, she grabbed him. Amanda, what are you going to do with baby Freddy?
She's going to put him right back up her snatch, bro.
Amanda,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Damn it. She did.
Absorb it.
Damn it.
They just like mosh and booze these motherfucking babies.
Yeah.
See, this doesn't totally make sense to me. It's like some kind of weird subliminal.
This is kind of strange.
It's supposed to, I think it's supposed to be more like symbolic and metaphorical, but it's just like,
It's a little rushed.
yeah, it doesn't land.
I mean, I think
But again, didn't they rush this movie? This one was pretty rushed after
Yeah.
the success before.
9 months since the release of
Yeah.
Dream Master. That's what I'm saying, dude. There was not even a finished script when they were filming this.
That's poster art painted before they even filmed this movie,
you know,
or some shit.
they did. They had poster arts. They had release date. They had a release date before they filmed it.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's not entirely ridiculous, but like on the Never Sleep Again, they talked about they couldn't memorize their scripts because every day it was different on set, so they just didn't memorize anything. You know,
like
it's insanity.
it sounds like 2 other part 5s I know.
Right.
Isn't that weird?
So I don't know.
I think, well, it's crazy. All 3 of these franchises, their part 4s were well received critically and commercially. So then it was like, let's get 5 out in less than a fucking year. And all 3 productions were very,
Well,
they were
I know
different.
Friday 5 financially did good, but it was panned, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, it was horribly panned, which did affect part 6 for sure, because 6 and 7 did okay, but I mean they lost a good chunk of their audience. It's clear when you look at the box office.
Nightmare 5 did okay, but it was panned critically, and then Halloween 5 did just a tad above bad. It wasn't totally bad, but it like basically broke even, but it was panned critically. Yeah.
Horribly, yeah. Yeah,
dude,
Halloween 5 paid for its gas ride home, basically.
Yeah, can you imagine Curse of Michael Myers coming out in 97 instead of 95? I feel like that movie would be so much more appreciated now if it came out after Scream. I mean, it came out a year too early.
Well, it would have been totally different for sure,
yeah.
tone wise.
But isn't it crazy? Do you guys agree or not?
I wouldn't change history, though, dude. I wouldn't change history.
George B. Wilbur, who the fuck did he play in this movie?
He was.
You're right. I see his name.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Yes.
He was either a stunt guy or a stunt consultant.
I got to meet that guy before he passes away. Got to meet George Wilbur.
Me
a lot
too.
of these guys, man, they're starting to come off the convention circuit.
Yeah.
Because of age, and then who was it? Ted White.
Yeah, I regret not meeting him. That sucks.
Came off the convention circuit because of COVID, and then Sean Clark said, "Yeah, Ted White ain't doing it anymore. Period. He's done."
Dude, if I don't get to meet Dick Warlock, I'm gonna fucking flip out. He's got to come to Florida. I've got to meet Dick Warlock.
You know, the funny thing is, both times I went to go meet him, he left his table for a while, and I was like, "Shit." So I'm trying. I'm very fortunate to have Ted White. He was larger than life. You know, a lot of autographs I want, man. Especially the nightmares. Like I've got Mark, the woman from part 2, I forget her name, Kim Myers, I think. Grady, Dan from I have a Dream Child picture from Dan, Robert, Alice. I've got Lisa Wilcox, and I've got Tuesday Night. So I guess Heather Langenkamp is, but I don't really care to have Heather Langenkamp. I'm sorry. I don't need her.
She's not even the best final girl in this franchise.
No, it's Lisa Wilcox.
Yeah, I mean,
or it's Jessie. Jessie's the best final girl.
Yeah. I mean, Heather just isn't. an actress, really. Like, and I don't mean that in a bad way. She hasn't done a lot. Like
She's fine.
she's
I
known
mean,
for Nightmare. Yeah,
yeah.
there's no quality about her that really stands out, except for maybe her overbite. Like
I think her performances got better through. I
they
thought she was
did.
better in 3 than 1, and then I thought she was
Yes.
better in New Nightmare than 3. I thought
But
she
there
was
was
good
no,
in New Nightmare because she was a kind of a like she was like aggravated the whole movie because
but do you know anybody that champions her? Well, yeah, I'm sure you do. But
tons
like
of people, but
you
like
don't see it as much. No.
right, it is what it
It's
is.
not a Laurie Strode situation
No,
for sure.
or Nev Campbell, it's not like that. It's like
Dude,
she
Nev
did
Campbell is the scream queen or the final
yes.
girl. I don't even care. She is the final
Let me
girl.
ask you guys. Let me.
Best one.
All right. So first of all, scale of 1 to 10, what are we giving Dream Child? After revisiting this, I'm gonna give it a 6.3 out of 10. I'm going a little bit higher. I really enjoyed it. Really
For
enjoyed
me,
it.
6.5 out of 10 is a worth the watch on my rating scale. So I'm going to give this one a 7.2, probably.
Okay.
I think 7.
I'm going a solid 5. And before
right.
you guys go, only a 5, I would say 5 is average. That's not
fine.
shit. It's not shitting on a movie. I think it's got a lot of great ideas, and if it hadn't been rushed, it could have
Would
been
be better.
Yeah.
It would have been better. I mean, yeah.
It's average, it's watchable. It's not something I would tell you to avoid.
I had fun watching that, dude. That was a good, comfortable.
And by the way, guys, we bullshitted about a ton of stuff while watching it, but we were still watching it. Like it was still there. But it seems like you guys prefer when we do these casual commentaries, it's like 90% bullshit and dumbassery, 10% commenting on the movie. So we'll just keep doing that.
Yeah. Let me ask you guys something now. And this is not an argumentative thing because it's clear so many people love
I'm ready
Nev
to argue.
Campbell.
Let's go.
I'm not a Nev Campbell hater by any stretch of the imagination.
No personality, Nev. That's
no,
what
I call her no personality Nev. I think she doesn't show much range in some of the stuff I've seen her in. I'm not saying she's a bad actress, but I think she's far from a performer the way Jamie Lee Curtis is. And I'm not talking about horror movies. I'm talking about well-rounded. I've seen Jamie do some amazing performances, like a movie called Mother's Boys, where she plays a psychotic mom.
That was a good movie.
Great movie.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't think
you get
Nev,
to see her naked in that movie too.
Yeah, it's a great movie. I don't think personally Nev is that caliber of Jamie Lee. Just comparing two actresses like that, I don't think Nev is a bad actress. But is Nev Campbell your scream queen because you think she's the? Let me finish the question. Do you think she's the all-out scream queen because she's the best actress you've ever seen doing a role like this in a horror movie, or is it because or is it because the writing for those movies is treated very well to her character, and she keeps going on in a way that keeps the fans' interest and attention? What is it? Or is it something totally different that I don't know?
The writing plays a huge role. Absolutely. No, Jamie Lee Curtis is a better actress than Nev Campbell. I will never, ever say that Nev is a better actress. Jamie Lee has more range, period. But Sidney Prescott as a character is, I don't get mad when you call her no personality, Nev. I don't. But
do you see where I'm coming from almost?
No, because I think that her character of Sidney Prescott is so layered. There's so much nuance to that character. And I think that Nev, a lot of times when she is playing Sidney Prescott, she gives a muted kind of performance because that is Sidney Prescott. Like, I feel like that is the role that Nev Campbell was born to play. And the arc of that character is just, and people say she has no arc because it's the same shit every movie. That is so false. And I've heard people say that it's not the same. In the first movie, she's scared. Like, in the second movie, she's scared, and then she's not. In the third movie, she's done with this shit. And she's hiding out, but eventually she says, fuck it, I'm done running from this. And then in 4 and 5, she is the same way. She's like, I love the moment in 5 when she's literally on the phone with Ghostface and she says, like, fuck this, I'm bored, and hangs up, because it's like, I just love the trajectory of the character of Sidney Prescott. And a lot of that has to do with the writing. Absolutely. But I feel like that is a role that Nev, like, there's nothing about Nev, like, physically or personality wise, that really jumps out at you. But I love that because she's just a girl next door. She's so average. She's so normal. And I just think she nails that. Brandon, what is it for you?
You kind of took the words out of my mouth. From a character standpoint, actresses aside, Sydney Prescott just has such a good, long-spanning arc. Her character evolves. Her character gets stronger. We don't really see that happen with Laurie Strode, because Laurie Strode is pretty much a non-character in Halloween 2. In H2O, her character is great. It's fleshed out. I believe the history. But then we jump to 2018, which is a revised version of the character 40 years later. And I don't buy the character evolution. With Sydney Prescott, we get to see her evolve movie to movie, where the time span between those movies, story-wise, isn't that far apart. So we see her go from scared schoolgirl. In part 2, she's in college. She doesn't want to believe this is happening again. Part 3, like you said, she's over it. Part 4 and 5, she becomes the mentor of the movie. So you see her arc. It feels natural. It just feels natural. It's the best word I can say to describe it. It feels natural, and I believe it. And she's strong. And
yes, it's the embodiment of a badass woman. It is the embodiment of what everybody always talks about when it comes like the argument of like, well, women can be badass too. Women can, yes, they absolutely can. And Neve Campbell is that. She is what Laurie Strode and what the writers of the Halloween movies always wanted Laurie Strode to be. Neve Campbell, I buy her as a Sarah Connor type because she's not over the top like that, like Laurie was in 2018. You just buy through the trauma and the experiences that she's been through. She's gained a lot of knowledge. She knows how to fight back, and she's not over the top with it. And it's believable. Laurie is like, oh, this happened to me one night 40 years ago. Like, I love Halloween, but her arc in 2018 is just not believable at all.
And I think, yeah, exactly. Go ahead, Nick.
No, I was just going to say everybody processes trauma differently. So I don't want to piss anybody off and say, well, you don't know how she would process that trauma. You're absolutely right. But her trauma being processed that way would be more believable if they were still brother and sister, because that would literally haunt her so deeply. 4 decades later.
I want to stick on Neve Campbell.
Yes. Sydney Prescott, she fits so well within the story of Scream, and with Ghostface as an archetype.
It always comes back to her. The motive is always tied back to Sydney or her family.
Right.
I think you. So am I right in saying that you guys really like the character?
Yeah, it's not about the acting for me. I mean, it's acting.
It is the acting for me.
I think it was Nev's role that she was born for. Yes.
Yeah, I never doubt the character because of her acting ability, if that makes sense. So I'm never like, you know what I mean?
Obviously, and I'm not saying it's not me saying I think she's a bad actress. It's my opinion. I'm not a big fan of her. Quite frankly, I think Tatum Riley is clearly the coolest female character from the first film. She's lovely, she's funny, she has a great personality. I much would have rather seen a character like that carry it forward. To me, Neve doesn't grab me. She's too bland. To me, this goes back to when me and Nick talked about Halloween 4, the character of Ellie. I think people like her because she doesn't do anything or say anything or go out of any sort of line to aggravate the audience in any way, the way real human beings do, which is another reason why I think people hate Tina, because she does stuff to quote unquote aggravate a lot of people. I like that. I like outspoken characters that are bubbly and say weird things like Tatum did. I'm much more of a Tatum Riley guy as opposed to a Neve Campbell guy. That's just me. But I just see Neve as a no. I want to see Neve fucking yell and fucking scream. I want to see, if you want to call her a Sarah Connor, I want to see her have that moment where she's like, everybody's going to need fucking 6,000 SPA sun lotion in 1990, whatever. You don't fucking get it. You're already dead. All of you, you're fucking dead. I want to see that from a character like that.
Technically speaking, Sarah Connor and Ripley are on a whole nother level of Final Girl.
Yes.
I'm gonna spit that out there right now. Like that. They're
so Neve Campbell is not. So Neve Campbell's not the ultimate Final Girl. Then
she is the.
Is that what you're saying, Brandon? I'm asking Brandon.
Ultimate horror Final Girl
is my favorite final horror Final Girl. Do I consider?
You think Sigourney Weaver is a different ball game? Is that what you're saying?
I think Terminator and Aliens, for me, do count as horror-esque franchises, but I don't consider them pure horror. So when I think of Terminator and Aliens, I don't put them in the same ballpark as Scream, Halloween, Friday the 13th, that kind of stuff. I consider them horror. But when I'm talking about Final Girls, I'm talking about Sidney Prescott,
Slasher
Laurie
horror
Strode,
movies.
Sally Hardesty,
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
because when it
But
comes to
do I
Terminator
think
and Alien,
Ripley?
the
Do I think
stakes are so
Ripley?
much higher.
Right. And do I think Ripley and Sarah Connor are gargantuan Final Girls in the grand spectrum? Yes.
Yeah,
But
I
as
mean,
far
in
as pure horror
Scream,
girls, yeah, Final Girls, it's
and,
Sidney Prescott for me.
in Scream, Sydney's not going up against fucking robots or aliens. Like, she's going up against a person in a mask. Like, it's just, you can't compare the two.
You're right about that, but it never stops. I would want to see Nev act like Laurie fucking Strode in Hollywood.
But here's
in 2018.
she
She deserves to.
She shits on Laurie Strode. She shits all over Laurie Strode. And Halloween is my favorite franchise. But there are moments throughout the Scream franchise that literally just they hammer it home. Scream 2, when she's getting lectured at the end and she says, yeah, you're forgetting one thing about Billy Loomis. She's like, what? I fucking killed him. And then fights back. Or at the end of Scream 3, when she literally beats the fuck out of Roman, who is her brother, and just watches the motherfucker die. When
didn't that seem so random for Scream 3 though? Like,
it was random because that was a weird, that was a weird write. But she
you know what
played
I mean?
that scene really well, is what I'm saying. Like with
you're right. You're right. She just
Scream
doesn't
4,
grab me, dude. I want
the first kill happens in Scream 4 with that she's a part of. She immediately is like on the phone with Ghostface, like, dude, I'm not fucking with you. Like, come out. Like, let's do this, motherfucker. Like, there's a lot of great growth there. I will always stand by that. There's a lot of great growth, and she has some seriously badass moments in those movies. You're absolutely right. In the first one, she does not really grab you. She really doesn't. She's very reserved. She's very shy. She's very quiet. She's very like, oh, woe is me. Like, you're absolutely right there.
And I don't dig that. That's just my taste. So that's
I mean,
I
think we all just liked looking at Tatum more too.
I loved her, dude. This is some kind of weird Wes Carpenter flick. Like, I love that kind of shit. She's got great dialogue. I love Tatum. Tatum's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I agree. But hey,
look, I'm not a Nev hater by any stretch. I'm not her biggest fan. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Brandon and I will sing her praises. We will do what the people demand.
You're right about that, dude.
No, I will say it does strike me, you know, that
Christian, who is your favorite Final Girl?
I don't know that I have one, man. I mean, I like movies. I don't think I have a favorite Final Girl. You know, I have ones that I like. Lisa Wilcox. I like Tina from Final Chapter. Fucking Mark Patton in Part 2 is so good. I love his performance in that movie.
Can I throw out one that a lot of people don't talk about enough?
Sure.
Sarah from The Descent.
That's a great one. I don't think I have a favorite. I think gun to my head. You know, it's a good question. It really is a good question, but I don't know that I have. I don't know that I have
video
one.
in and of itself, man. Tears of Final Girl.
I don't hyper focus on that kind of thing ever. Like picking a favorite Final. Interested. I like characters from movies. Like when you ask me about Friday the 13th, the first thing that comes to my mind is Bad News Cruz. Like that's one of my favorite characters of all time from the series. I love characters. Like when you like, I would much rather talk about the mean dad from Halloween 5 than Laurie Strode. I would much rather talk about the guy who calls his kid a bastard.
Halloween 6. Jason Takes Manhattan. I'd rather talk about him for an hour.
You know what I mean? I'd much rather talk about those kinds of characters.
Dude,
I agree.
I love that scene when he comes home drunk and he hits the bike in the driveway and he's like, Deborah, come home.
Thanks for the dinner.
Like, God damn it. She actually left. I'm like,
come out, wherever you are.
And then is it the boogeyman? Yeah, dude, John Strode, he's fantastic. I love
John
Strode.
I gave us some good banter on Nev. That was slightly calculated because I wanted to hear you guys go, and I respect it.
But I think we gave you the answer that you could believe, that we said
sure,
it's a lot of the writing and the arc. It's not necessarily the actress.
Yes.
Yeah. And and if you told me no, I think she's a phenomenal actress, I would disagree. It's like, dude, I don't think she's a bad actress. I'm always feel like I want more from her. I want to see her lose her fucking shit. Like, that's what I want to see. And I'm not saying she doesn't, but I want to see her go fucking fucking crazy, man.
This is why I'm worried about Scream 6, man. I keep
Fucking A.
saying this because I'm telling you right now, you can announce a Halloween movie without Jamie Lee Curtis. I've seen it done many times, and I like a lot of them. This is uncharted waters.
Dude, Scream 6 is dead on arrival without
Bullshit.
no say it.
Bullshit.
No,
the controversy alone will create cash.
Yes,
Eric
it
Bischoff
will.
said controversy creates cash. Bro.
That's fine, but the story is dead.
That's
How do
my
you know,
thing.
Brandon? How do you know?
Because every
is not
motive
like
always,
Halloween. Scream
every
is not like
motive always goes
Halloween.
back to Sydney. It's always about Sydney.
And also, like in Halloween, Michael Myers is the constant. Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees is the constant. Freddy Krueger is the constant. Ghostface is never the same person. Your constant is the DNA of the first film, which is Sidney Prescott, Dewey, and Gale Weathers to an extent. They fucking killed Dewey in a very terrible way. And now you just have Gale and Sidney. Now you have Sidney, who is the DNA of the series. It's not like other slasher films.
And you're right.
In my
And look,
opinion.
and let me say this. She did the right thing. They didn't want to pay her. She said, fuck you. God
Fucking A.
bless her. She doesn't need the money. She's actually got a show on Netflix my wife's been watching, which she said is great.
Yeah, good for her.
How do you,
She's
here's
not
the
getting
thing,
paid.
Brandon. How do you know unless you see the movie? I hear you. That you don't know if that movie is going to be good or bad until you see it, though. Meet me halfway.
I'm going to see it, but I have to say that as much as I liked the new cast in Scream 5, they
Not enough.
cannot
carry
carry
another
another
film.
movie.
Nope.
They can't.
Nope.
They can't.
That movie, Scream 5,
Which
got
is
kicked
fair
up
enough.
Scream 5 got kicked up a notch when Nev Campbell showed up in that hospital to meet Gale. Like,
I would agree. I would agree with that.
When that happened, there were literally people in my theater that were like, oh, like shit, like hell yeah. Like that's when it really comes home, like full circle, like this is a Scream movie. Like there's just something about her being there. I mean, when you think of Ghostface, what do you think of? Like, hello, Sydney, surprise, Sydney. It's always fucking Sydney. It's Sydney. And I don't think the movie's gonna fail. I think it'll make money. It's not gonna make as much as the last one. I'm gonna say that right now. It will not. And I think that even if people walk away from it and go, it was good, I liked it, but there was something missing.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Scream movie.
Yes, it's going to be very obvious what that was. And I think that will be the sentiment after this movie. I think a lot of people will say, because these are good filmmakers and writers, I think a lot of people will say it was a very competent, well-made, decent movie, but there just was something not there. And I think that sentiment is going to drive Paramount to go, okay, fuck it. What do you want, Nev, for the 7th one?
Yes.
We'll give you what you want.
They're going to pay out the ass.
Dude, and look, again, repeating what I said, yeah, I agree with everything you guys are saying. Are you not, I don't know if excited is the word, but are you not just, what the fuck is this movie gonna be? Like, are you not like morbidly curious?
I think New York City is a red herring. I think it's going to be like one scene in New York City, and that like has an opening, and that's going to be it. Like Ghostface is going to call into Gale's radio show or something. That's going to be the New York. I don't think the whole movie is going to take place there. I think that's a fucking. I think that's a lot.
It's gonna take place in Montreal.
I'm ambivalent to it right now, which is sad to say, because when Hayden Panettiere was announced coming back, I was over the moon. I loved Kirby, and I thought that this movie had potential to be one of the best, if not the best, sequel. That was when I was operating that Sydney was coming back. When all that happened and the fallout from all that, we found out why. I really kind of soured on it, and then I also worried because I knew what it meant because of that, which was rewrites. And I thought, it's never good when you're starting filming and you have to do rewrites.
As soon as Paramount bought the fucking rights, I knew there was going to be this kind of fucking trouble down the road. I knew they were going to fuck shit up. They always fuck shit up. Paramount cannot do anything fucking right.
How? Like literally, 3 movies they've released in the past year have made over $1.5 billion. Just 3 movies, Scream 5, Sonic 2, and Top Gun Maverick. You couldn't afford to give her more? No. That is one thing I'll never have sympathy for, is giant corporations with unlimited fucking income fucking over the people that they want to hire.
Yeah, they made so much money from Scream 5. It's not even funny.
That's fucked up. I mean,
Can I tell you guys something?
They fucked up.
Yeah.
I'll be this guy. I'm going to sound like a fucking retard, but I'll be this guy. I was so pissed off in Scream 5 when Stu didn't show up at the end. I was 100% certain that we were going in that direction, just to weave everything back around to the first film. I was like, it's stupid. It doesn't make sense, but I want this to happen. Like I for years, I preached that Stu is dead. It's a stupid theory, but I was so ready for that callback to have him. I didn't care how they did it. Just have Stu in the fucking movie as the killer orchestrating this thing. We were at his house. They brought Nev back again. And then when it didn't happen, and it was just these two fuckheads as super fans, I was like, this is so. I felt deflated, like I had stayed too long at the party and I wasn't welcome there anymore. I was just like, this is just a new era. And the fact that they killed Dewey Riley, excuse me, off just by some fangirl was the most unceremonious way to kill off a legacy character like that.
I will say,
I was so deflated.
I agree with you that I do think that the tea leaves were there and it would have made sense, I think, to the fans. And I still think that has been in their plans in this new trilogy, something to do with Stu.
Yes.
But I'm worried now.
Oh, it's fucked up now. If that's gone. And I'm like,
Matthew Lillard has condemned Paramount.
Oh, he blasted
says,
them.
no way he's going to be in it now.
Yes.
Have you guys heard Jamie Kennedy blast them too on his shit?
Yes.
He fucking
Nobody's coming back.
No.
Nobody's coming back now.
And I feel bad for Matthew, because if he didn't know he was in the plans and he came out and said that, Paramount's you don't fuck with companies like that. They're not going to admit they were wrong. They're going to double down and say, fuck you, we don't need you.
Yep.
And in reality, yes, you do. You do need them. You do need them. In the long term, you might be able to make Scream 6, might make some money. Cool. You cannot continue this franchise without this DNA. You just
can't.
If you
do, it's going to be less and less returns every year. But we knew this was going to happen sooner or later. I mean, they were already going to milk this franchise dry. This was going to happen whether the actors died off from natural causes or not. They were going to keep making movies until this thing just falls apart.
Coming out 2023, Scream 6, A New Beginning.
I think that's a good place to wrap it, Christian.
Yeah. Unless, I mean, this could all be PR too. Maybe she is in the fucking movie and they're just doing this to spin people out of their minds. Who knows? We've seen crazier shit like this before.
Brandon, I have heard that rumor. I have heard that rumor.
That's believable. I mean, look at fucking Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield with Spider-Man for a fucking 2 years. No, we're not in the movie. They even had that footage released. And they're like, no, that's just a deep fake. And they explained how they deep faked it and it wasn't a deep fake. Like, you guys went to extreme amounts of whatever the fuck to hide this shit. So I wouldn't put it past.
That's possible, man. But once they start filming this thing, if she's there, we're gonna know.
It's
about
filming.
It. There's no doubt.
It's filming. It's been filming for about a week and a half.
I think she was only there for one scene anyway. So I'm assuming that's going to be that would have been the Stu setup for part 7. I assume that's what that would be.
It was going to be, from what I had heard, and that it did get confirmed. It was one scene, 4 days of filming is what she was going to do. But the rumor was, before that came out, that the only scene with Sydney in this new movie was going to be the very end. She was going to get a call from Ghostface, because Ghostface was not going to be revealed at the end of this movie. They were going to survive and not be revealed, and call Sydney at home with her family at the end of this movie, setting up the 7th movie.
And I would have been fine with that. Even one scene with her, as long as she's still the DNA going forward. Weave her back in as the main character for the 7th film.
I also love the idea of not revealing Ghostface's identity.
So do I. I've always loved that. It's fantastic.
Now you're cooking with gas.
Yeah.
Also, I don't give a fuck about these younger characters. I'm sick of this. We have to make movies for younger kids. Scream was for the kids of 96. We're older now. Make the movies for us. We're the ones buying the fucking tickets anyway. So,
you know what,
sorry. That's the end of my
fucking Burger King. You cannot have it your way. You know what I mean?
I'm going to have it my way. I'm going to have it my way.
Oh, shit.
Well, guys, stay on the lookout for Scream 6.
A New Beginning. Yes. All right, guys. So listen, I do hope it doesn't do you any good to watch this as a commentary with us if you listen. Just listen to it if you're or watch the video playback. But let me say this, guys. I am happy that we did this movie because I am a Nightmare on Elm Street fanatic. It's my favorite horror franchise in the world, and I love these movies. I couldn't live life without them. So I appreciate you guys taking the journey with me. Nightmare is a wild franchise, so the conversations typically get wild when we start watching one of these movies. So that's natural. But I did have a good time. We talked about a lot of crazy shit tonight, but I think it's going to be a good. I think it's going to be a good listen. I really do. So there's that. For once, I'm actually going to ask my people what we got going on their YouTube channels before we sign off. So, Brandon, you want to go first? You're our guest. What do you got
I got
coming up on Tabata Vision?
I got a lot of various just a thought videos, short form videos coming out. I'm scheduling a bunch for the next couple weeks. I'm working on some 45-minute to an hour video essays, some stuff like that for both Tabata Vision and Tabata Vision TV, my non-horror channel. And that's pretty much what I got going on right now. So there's that.
Okay. Good deal. Nick, what do you have coming up?
Well, this is perfect. This week I'll be bringing the Nightmare on Elm Street Revisited series to a close with Fred's Dead Revisited, and New Nightmare. And yeah, I think I have some cool little ideas percolating. But I want to wrap up this Nightmare series first. Oh, and I'll have a review of The Black Phone because I will be seeing that over the next week. So I'll do a review of that. Yeah. I think that's what I've got going right now. Nothing else I care to share yet.
Right.
Yeah. I hope that this is. I think this will drop tomorrow. I don't think Christian has to make any edits except the very beginning. And the audience, you guys will have to.
Which I'm not going to say what it is.
No, you'll just have to wonder what the very beginning was. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening, man. And I hope you guys check all of our channels out. And yeah, Christian, send the people out.
Yeah, send you guys out. I think I'm going to try to see The Black Phone as well this week. Maybe tomorrow, if not, maybe Monday. I need to bring back Freddy Fridays. I was having a blast doing that. I just got to come up with some ideas, and I'll do them when I have an idea. But I have an idea coming up. I'm going to start on the channel soon, guys, called The Best of Canon Films. I'm going to take 3 Canon films and do three movies an episode and talk about them. Maybe Bloodsport, Missing in Action, and Masters of the Universe. Then I'll do Death Wish 2, Death Wish 3, and something else. But I'm going to start sprinkling those in. I thought that was a really cool idea. And I'm sure I'll have some physical media videos coming out soon as well. But a lot to look forward to this year, guys. I know the world's crazy right now. We've always got something going on, but look at the bright side. We've got Friday the 13th coming out on 4K this year. I can't wait for that. That's going to be a real treat. We've got some good movies coming out. We got some good stuff to look forward to this year. We've got Halloween Ends, which will be very fun. So we got a lot to be grateful for. We got a lot to look forward to. So whatever you've got for the listeners, whatever you've got going on right now in your life, I want you to know that the Uneeda Horror Podcast boys love you, and we want you to be good and feel good. So know you got people that care about you, because I'm just compelled right now, Nick. I feel like somebody out there needs to hear it right now. You know what I mean? I just feel it. Somebody needs to hear that you're fucking loved. Stay with us. Stay positive. And we'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care. This has been a production of the You Need a Horror Podcast. You need it, we got it. Thank you for listening.